Hey, hey! Star Ale. And scrolled cripples. Oh yeah, that's another new thing. Probably won't mess with that though. That. There's another one of these up. Here, fiction updated. I don't like those because I never like that they try to make me build a second team. Hypogean Enigma. Teleport over there.
It's still early. Where to now?
Ah, yeah, this guy who ruined everything. Almost. Oh, esteemed Outlander. Was that photo of Cass from Krumnos helpful to you? Yeah. Good to hear. Always felt somewhat guilty towards you, so knowing I've been able to help eases my mind. You really should feel guilty. You were the worst. Well, Lady Aglaia has forbidden me from further exploring the world beyond the sky. My curiosity remains unabated. If you're interested, feel free to chat with me anytime. Be delighted to share my latest discoveries with you, esteemed Outlander. Currently working on some kind of plan? I mean, you're right. I, Demionis, have discovered a superb business opportunity lying just outside the walls of the Holy City. Business opportunity. Hang on, I just need to feel around your neck, make sure there's not like a latex mask on your face. Sampo, I swear to God if that's you again. You want to join in, hero? We get our hands on it, we'll surely become the trailblazers of the new era. Great fortune is waiting us. You got me in hot soup last time. Can you really blame me? Just too excited back then. No one's going into hot soup this time because adventuring is what I do. I hear you're from a world beyond the sky, so you might not know this, but the Holy City used to span across far greater lands than what you see now. Long time ago, countless allied cities existed around Akuma, the same way that Ornyx's stars surround the Dawn device. Akuma was a true, eternal city back then. People would not think of it as their city, but rather a motherly figure. Once stood on top of the hill and looked outward, everything we could see was our territory. Then the black tide raged stronger. The area within the city walls became the only safe place. All other regions gradually grew deserted. Why were they deserted? Rather than protecting such a vast territory, isn't it more feasible to fall back and defend just the city walls? It is also thanks to these events of the past that we have an opportunity to strike it rich. When Nikador was still active, everything beyond the walls of the Holy City was living under the Mad King's shadow. A giant spear even sent some states buried several feet into the ground. We're not gonna reach those places for sure. The Titan kids are beginning to die down now that you've defeated the Mad King, making this the perfect time to go on an adventure. Ancient city may be in utter ruin by now. I'm sure some parts of them managed to remain as they were. Say, places have been buried underground. An underground palace beneath an ancient hypogeum around here a while ago. An ancient what now? Just dig up those treasures, you can stay however long you want in the Holy City. Heck, you can even buy whatever you want here. What's a hypogeum? Massive underground building complex was likely used as a vault to store valuable items. It's safeguarded with defense mechanisms that may still be functioning. So that's why you're calling me for this. I see. You bitch. In any case, our plan is simple. I'll lead the way and you can sort out whatever mechanisms that remain. We finally get to the treasure, we can split them 3-7. You're only taking 30% of the treasure? Don't you want more? I'm getting 70%. The 30% is yours. I'm not going then. Alright, I'll admit we can't do this without you. The same goes for me. Does it? Both compromise agree on an equal split. Negotiate any further, it'll be a 9-1 split. I'll just live with a 7-3 split. It's final. No more negotiation on how we're splitting the loot. Got it. It's like, you keep pushing. It ain't gonna go well for you. Let's set off now. Let's go! Map I drew of the hypogeum. All the rooms have been marked on it. Said the hypogeum goes very deep. We'll start exploring from the shallower levels. This is your first time delving down below, you best follow after me. Yeah, I'm not stupid. With Damionis' guidance, you've come to a vassal city that you'll never be able to know the end of. Around outside of Akema, and stop before an underground door. We're here. Based on my previous scouting of the area, this should be the way into the hypogeum. Yanis' power supposedly protected this place. Used to be a shelter used to resist the black tide, but years later... looks so similar to Akema. That's to be expected. They were built around the same period, after all. A pity that people back then ended up abandoning this hypogeum before it could serve its purpose. You'll later realize the black tide does not retreat once it takes over a location, so even the most robust shelters do not hold out for long. Rather than making themselves comfortable somewhere safe while waiting for death to claim them, they decided they should prevent this disaster from even occurring. It only stands there's a high chance of finding valuable treasure in there. Right, we could break its seal. Seal? Oh, it's just one of these. The prophecy tablet. Yeah, I've used them before. Actually be the authority of Yanis, but seeing how close the 3 Titans of Fate were, I guess it does make sense for them to share powers. As long as that tablet's active, we're not going to be making any progress. You're a hero. You wouldn't be difficult for you to break the seal? It's a puzzle, dude. It's not the same skill set. I absolutely can, but... yeah, I'm aware. And this is as basic as... I know you can skip ahead to this without doing the story. So I get why they're explaining it here, but still. Well, I knew I had to bring you along. I wouldn't have been able to open it on my own. Yeah, you wouldn't, would ya? You little shit. No idea what we're gonna encounter once we walk through here. That's the spirit of adventuring. Just the thought of it excites me. Can you already draw a map of this place? I asked help from Aquila's priest. I was able to use his prophecy and my personal expertise to briefly survey the area. If we want to know what's actually in each room, we'll have to find out ourselves. Better press on. Just one moment.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
Alright, I'm back, sorry. Ooh. What if... No? Like this. Yeah. Is it just all of these? I mean, I don't hate these puzzles, so...
No match for me.
I ain't keep doing this if I really gotta. Golden skin. Ah, okay. So it's all the different puzzles. Yeah. Goat puzzle. Goat. You head deeper into the hypogeum. Along the way, you step on countless bricks. Each a slice of history condensed over untold years. As I expected, there's another door, and along with it, yet another seal. Or. This looks like a creation of Jorios. Why is it here? You need me to eat some soil? You believe doing so would help you disguise yourself as a Dromus? I don't think that such a drastic step is really necessary. I mean, you should try and see if you can break the seal. Still flee if anything goes awry. Yeah, puzzle time. Alright, this is literally the easiest possible puzzle. Just go to the right. You can't fuck it up. Can't believe you succeeded again. You literally can't fuck that up unless you try to. This is as well defended as I thought. Continue onward. Come here, you little shit. There we go. Next. Your puzzle skills are lacking, 'cause you're not me. I admit these have tripped me up before, but I got to them eventually. Yeah, that could be tricky if you don't figure out how to get away from them in time, but I know how it works. So much stellar jade. Hand of Zagreus. These are a little... Collecting the coins of whimsy, I've been bad at that. Just because I feel like they hide them too well sometimes. You progress even further into the depths of the hypogeum, and winds that have continued to blow for thousands of years whistling past your ears. Oh, it's really spacious here. In fact, it's comparable to the size of the holy city as it is nowadays. I don't believe such a place could be located within a tiny ancillary town. The architectural craftsmanship of those days was truly advanced. How is there a bright sky? It'd be a really stale wind. It would have to be vintage, also high. Must have been quite wealthy. Of course, even as far back as the Chrysos War period. HONKAI has always been the undisputed eternal city. Set this discussion aside for now. See these complicated paths? Seems progressing onward won't be as easy a task as before. Door here is sealed just like all the other rooms. There's still a silver lining. Over there, it's the hand of Zagreus. Object was created by the Trickery Titan. Grab heavy objects, only people with sufficient talent can control it. It's not difficult. So many gold coins here. Must be related to the stealing test. Guess we just need to steal enough coins for the seal to unlock. I don't have to kind of talent to activate that thing. Run down here to pick up some wine and supper. Yep. Come on. Come to me. This count as clearing the trial? Yeah. Seal dispelled, the path to the deeper part of the hypogeum is open once more. Oh, this is not the first time I've seen this item. I'm still curious about one thing. Such an enormous hand really be used for theft? What'd you get for supper, Vintage? Shouldn't breaking open the main entrance of a bank be considered a form of robbery? If that's the case, assassins can be considered to have accomplished their infiltration by eliminating all witnesses. Zagreus is terrifying. Some Bauden and smoked cheese. Smoked cheese sounds good. I need to remind myself what Bauden is. Oh, right. Just had to look it up real quick. Pronounced Boudon. Alright then. It's there, whoever made the word gets to decide how you say it. Unless they're objectively wrong, like the anagram GIF. It's GIF, and I don't care what the guy who says it says. Because that's not a matter of language, that's a matter of just being objectively wrong. See, this isn't really a puzzle. I don't know if they realized that... Wait, how did... Alright, and then there's 3 more somewhere, probably hiding. Unless... but there's more than 3. But I only have to get 3 more. Yeah, I'll get them all. Don't worry, game, I know what to do. There we go. That's how to get you. Ornyx's Miracle. These can be a little tricky. At least I think so, if it's what I think it is. Press even further into the depths of the hypogeum. Silhouette elongates as you proceed down the ancient hallway. Necessary should be the vault where treasure will be stored. Estimating how far we traveled, seems like we're close to our goal. Keep going for a while longer, buddy, for victory's at hand. Not the peach wine, but the blackberry wine. I'm not much for wine in general. I'm not much for booze. I don't like the feeling of alcohol. I feel like you're the one who isn't able to keep going. A sense of foreboding. For all my previous efforts have all come to naught. Hopefully this time my effort will bear fruit. Yeah, I know that. You can't start this early without having seen this part first. Now with that attitude? Oh, yeah. Hey. This, maybe you might not have done yet, but the other thing you literally have to see happen first. Although the door's open, you don't proceed onward without hesitation like you did before. Because there are more and more doors behind this door. Lie carefully above. Is there an end to this? I wish to explore all of them. It'll take us more than 3 lifetimes to do so. I didn't think about it. If there really was something valuable here, surely they wouldn't still be lying here for us to pick up. Amionis sinks into despondency. It's been like 20 minutes, dude. Love to try and make moonshine. Yeah, I won't tell anyone if you don't. Just like the time when he was first told that the world beyond the sky didn't actually exist. In fact, you can practically hear his dream shattering into pieces. You can't even get past this hurdle. How do you still expect to venture beyond the sky? You weirdo. Right, since I'm already here, I owe it to myself to see this through to the end. We're to continue onward. I don't think I'll be of much help. They just stay by the entrance and act as a lookout. That way, if I spot any approaching monsters, I'll be able to warn you in time. Plan to slack off, are you? Why does this be considered slacking off? It's just a division of labor. Yes, I do the labor and you divide it. That doesn't sound fair. We're really going to laze about. Who would be willing to team up with me again when I return to the Holy City? Figure out what's good for me. Let's look forward to our continued cooperation, dear hero. Find anything valuable in there, just keep it with you for now. Careful, some of the upcoming paths may not merely lead further underground. If you encounter any danger, just run back to the entrance and find me. Ah, we doing this? Golden memory. Yeah, I know about this. Let's start with Miracle Juice. Turn on the Miracle Orb. By doing that... Yes, I can now get to this from here. The treasure is mine! Path to the deeper hypogeum is open. We've also updated our map. Take care, seals in those rooms are much stronger than outside. Now I get a free character! Well, I'm not gonna pick these two, there'd be no point. I guess I'll take this one. I have all these characters, just... Get an extra Eidolon from her, why not? Because she's at Eidolon 3, get to Eidolon 4, you know. More of these puzzles. See if they have actually difficult ones at some point. Hey, you know what? Let's put that Eidolon on. I don't think level 4 is a hugely impactful one. I think that's... Oh wait, every time the burn status inflicted by Gwynethan causes damage, regenerate 2 energy. That's kind of good.
All a big hustle and bustle, but life's all about savoring the moment.
Totally. Whoop, whoop, nope. Ooh. Is this one of the ones that fucked me up before? If it is, then I wasn't paying very good attention. Hmm. Life is about death and taxes? No, those are the only certainties. That doesn't mean it's what life is about. Those things are for sure going to happen. Although, with the singularity, then death is no longer certain, but I assure you taxes are sticking around past that. Scapegoat time. Alright, let's see here. 5 paces, so... 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. IRS has a plan in case the world ends. Yeah, it's side with whoever ended the world. If anyone's selling us out, it's the IRS first and foremost, and we all know it. Yep, it's as simple as making sure your 6th turn is on the button. And not being behind the button so that you can get run into. There's a few moving parts to it, but... Okay. There we go. Not too difficult. Lots of jade. Stellar jade. Now, Hands of Zagreus, these are... This is just coin collection. This is less fun because it's not puzzles anymore. Only 4 in that line. Weird. There's some reading for you. Where's some... Did you put some somewhere? Sure you did. Oh my god. Apocalypse. IRS says you still need to pay taxes. They fucking would. I know it's real. I don't need to check. I don't trust the IRS enough to give them the benefit of the doubt. Of course that's real. Ah, yes, punching time. Whoa. Okay. Was there, like, much point to doing that, is the thing? Like, mechanically. I guess you show off the punching, but... Hey, realist. Next Fallout game is an IRS agent going out and collecting taxes. Oh my god. I am gonna try to play... Because one of the earliest games I streamed was Fallout 3. I don't like Fallout 3, but it was a game I played. Like, probably once I'm through... at least through the older Elder Scrolls, because I'm not gonna keep that going forever. Initial D? Okay. I believe Morrowind is already gonna be pretty long, because I'm gonna try to do a bunch of stuff. But then you get to Oblivion where there's so much shit, and Skyrim where there's infinite shit to do forever. Yeah, I'll try to play the older Fallouts at some point. Because I know how to play Fallout 1 and 2. I know how to play Fallout 1. I should say... I know how to break Fallout 1. To make it more fun for me to play. Yes, yes. I like the little bit of box that still exists in this time. Challenge. Form a miracle? Who is this guy? Jesus? Might as well be. The way he's acting. I do like how accurate they are to that. I just blow a hole in it like that. Woo! Does that lead me anywhere? No, it does not, so move it out of the way. And we've got one more. Ooh. Ooh. I'm a smart cookie. The super secret treasure shall be mine. Wait, it says 0 of 3. Oh, I guess it's not all that secret then. And if I move this one to point at the chest. Ain't you special for finding the super secret? Nah, it turns out I'm not. I'm just a normal. That's what I was supposed to find. It wasn't a super secret at all. I'm just a dumb. Last chest is over there. We have 2 of them in one spot and 1 in a completely different area. It's an odd way to do that. Oh, it's just, this one's literally just sitting here. Challenge complete. As the final seal is broken, the initially chaotic paths merge into one, revealing a shortcut to the depths of the hypogeum. You hurriedly relay this development to Damionis. Wait, there really is a hidden room? This place is even more classic than I'd imagined it to be. Regardless, since you explored a majority of this hypogeum by yourself, the honor of uncovering its depths should also be yours. You continue onward. Stay behind and keep watch over our return path. If the door suddenly slams shut, I will promptly alert you. Oh, how kind. Follow the shortcut as it extends toward a room at the far end of the hypogeum. Treasure. Lines of text are engraved upon the surface of the chest. Although the chest has suffered significant wear and tear, the inscribed words are still legible. To the person who manages to reach this place, the fact that you're here means that either the seals outside are no longer active, or that you broke the seals yourself. Therefore, you're either very lucky or extremely intelligent. The thread of the black tide grows stronger, grows ever stronger. I don't know what I thought that said. We were forced to take as many of our belongings as possible and seek the holy city's embrace. No longer shall we live independently as Sabanians. Sabanians? They're the inventors of the Power Rangers. We found something real special down here. Is it one of the original morphers? I want to know what's in here. Yet I am still hopeful that people will still remember the name of our native home, as well as the events that have transpired here. This is why I've left a tiny portion of my memories here. Perhaps someday people will return to my birthplace once more, and newborn children will learn all about us and weep before this inscribed slate. Alas, I will not be around to witness such a scene. I pray that when that day arrives, we will still be able to construct a dome. The last Sabanian. When you open the chest, you find some ancient items inside, as well as a text-inscribed stone slab that's covered in a layer of dust. These items form the final legacy that was left behind by the Sabanians. Well, found anything? Some artifacts. Wait, really? Can I take a look at them? You can look at 30% of them. Show the Sabanians' legacy to them. Dead people think you're either smart or lucky. That's all I want in life. I want dead people to think I'm cool. And once I'm dead, I want living people to think I was cool. I want everyone who's not here to like me. I don't give a shit what the people in my time think. They don't matter. Extraordinary. These are genuine pieces of ancient heritage. This slab has been preserved surprisingly well. An exquisite relic indeed. I want to ask you to elaborate on what you've experienced. Keep these priceless treasures safe, for they're yours now. Suddenly feel quite emotional when I look at these artifacts. They're all the proof that good times never last. The optimistic and prosperous Golden Age cannot flourish endlessly. Just as progress and advancement are never a guarantee. Even the holy city, once viewed by the masses as a beacon of hope, will also eventually succumb to the ravages of time. If the people of that time were to witness the state that we're in right now, they'd probably gripe about how we're a bunch of unworthy descendants. Living is the best. Long live life. At least we're still alive. Take that, dead people. Hope before the black tide descends upon us, there's still an opportunity for me to journey to the world beyond the sky. Anyway, you should take good care of those things, as they'll even be more valuable a century from now. And Ace Explorer. Eventually, New Orleans will be sunk. Yeah. Enscrolled Crepusculum. The hell that is. what's this about? Hello, small child. Why is there a child I've never seen before here? Heard she ignored every resident who offered a helping hand. She afraid of strangers? You need help.
The Eye of Twilight is all-seeing. Its vision is far-reaching as the Sky Dome. Ah, good-hearted big bro, you're finally here. Can you help me find Urania's eye? Urania's eye?
Urania's eyes? What is that?
Urania's eyes aren't the eyes looking at you right now. Urania's eyes can see more.
Ain't a child that's a fae? Well, this is Greek, so... Julius Caesar was supposedly the father of Oberon, the king of the fairies, so I suppose I can't rule out the fae being involved with Greece and Rome.
Holy scrolls bestowed by Aquila. Our clan once received their grace. We've been using this relic to record all that happens in the world for generations, as an extension of the Eye of Twilight's gaze. On this journey, I've been dispatched to record the recent incidents at Akama. Unfortunately, I didn't get to record in the new scroll, and even lost the old one. The stranger of this place, can you help? I can't find it and won't be allowed to go home.
More convinced with every line? Well, she hasn't asked for my name yet. Come, I'll escort you to the Child Protective Service. Do you have any clues? I choose to believe.
Big bro, I'll help you mark out some locations where the eyes may be. These scrolls are probably about as tall as you. When you retrieve them, you may hear some sounds, but don't be scared. Those are whispers of the past, and they're not dangerous at all.
You're not coming with? You haven't even gotten a chance to ask your question when in the blink of an eye shot before he disappears in the crowd. That wasn't there is no crowd. She's gone. Vintage, I think you were onto something. Children in these parts are so rude. Let's just take a look at the clue she left behind. In Scrolled Crepusculum event, there are a total of 5 scrolls. Locate the scrolls, enter combat, defeat the enemies to unlock memories that are sealed away. All enemies in the stories have their own unique mutation mechanics. You need to exploit these mutation mechanics to defeat the enemies and gain more potent stage buffs, which allows you to effectively take down more enemies and earn more points. I'm never good at these, because the problem with these is they expect you to have lots of different characters built up, and I don't. I never do. Runes on the scroll are glowing, responding to your intent. Disciples chant in unison, their praises echoing in your mind. The Eye of Twilight is all-seeing. Its vision is far-reaching as the Sky Dome. Scroll's rustling paper brings words of distant past, and a doomed parley for peace can be heard. Lance of Fury Nikador, your valor is rivaled by none, your lance thrusting through the clouds. My comrade, what has caused your boiling blood to cool, leaving only a stagnant silence? Your blade is no longer just, and your gaze turns turbid with time. I'm willing to disperse the fog in your heart. Please reclaim your divinity and return to the path of glory. The black tide will not be feared henceforth, and tomorrow will shine upon the great land of Amphorius. Uninvited visitors are not welcome here. We seek an audience with the Lance of Fury, not with you, nor your false king. Valiant does not consort with the weak. The majesty of Kremnos is nurtured by fresh blood. What a farce. The petty will never reach the greatness of heroes. You are unworthy to speak for a titan. Guards, lower the city gate. Nikador, face me! The noise from the scroll stops, and you feel some unseen force pulling you within. So they relisted the old Sims games? No, I didn't. As a matter of fact, see that, because that's not something I look at frequently. Okay, yeah. Attack the enemy to reduce his war armor to 0, triggering frenzied absorption against adjacent targets. Absorbed enemies are defeated. Every enemy absorbed will deal 1 instance of damage to all enemies. Okay, so just get lots of hits. Find out how to trigger the enemy's mutation mechanic. Yeah, I read it. Whenever you trigger it, your stage buff is upgraded by 1 rank. All allies crit damage, increase with rank. Attacks are guaranteed to crit. Deals 1 instance of additional damage that can crit to the enemy After each attack. Oh, they let you pick up trial people for the... Okay, I can totally do this then. They relisted them? That's good. It was not cool of them to unlist them. Tagging in it, yeah, I know. Frenzied absorption, I mean. Alright. Yeah.
Can someone else take Master? Have some tea. Pull together. Resonate once more.
Show me what you can do. I'll give you 5 seconds.
Better not underestimate me.
Yeah, these two combo really well together.
Don't ask, just spend.
Something about licenses? They probably let something run out that they really weren't supposed to.
All in.
Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, eating less carbs. Watch this!
Have your fangs and claws dulled. Fearless and unstoppable! Too slow.
Better not underestimate me.
You know, they have all the DLCs available, save for the IKEA stuff pack for Sims 2. I can see IKEA being a bitch about that.
Please, quiet down. Tonight, the stars echo because of me.
Let them turn the volume up, baby.
Better hedge your bets. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Back down. Never hesitate! That won't do.
Get his ass.
Watch your head.
Hello, Miku. It certainly feels like it, huh?
I could take 10 of you.
I venture forth to hunt. Always soaring, forever triumphant!
Get his ass.
I get it now.
I venture forth to hunt. Always soaring, forever triumphant! Inevitable!
Hey, watch this. Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger.
Alright, Praetor.
eating less
Definitely not a
carbs.
spin on Furious Predator. Probably not now. Go ahead, get your energy back.
That won't do.
Skills polished, ready to shine.
Going all in. Tabs on me.
Ooh. Yeah, beating on her now. Oh, and then the music stops.
Pull together. Resonate once more. That's how a true master does it. Now, watch this!
Boom! Eat 'em up. Stage buff rank increased to 2.
I hope for an end to strife in the world. Please, quiet down.
Show me what you can do. Back down. Never hesitate!
Better not underestimate me.
That won't do.
Ooh. Praise Nikador.
Time to show you what I can really. Azure Dragon. White Tiger.
There we go.
Eating less calm. Watch this! I get it now. I could take 10 of you.
I venture forth to hunt. Always soaring. Forever triumphant! Inevitable!
And then advance everyone's actions so the turn doesn't actually end.
Stars echo because of me.
Alright, I'll call your... The dice have been cast. Bust. Or... Maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
There we go.
I venture forth to hunt. Always soaring. Forever triumphant!
Get him. Fuck you. Ask him a question or two.
Fearless, unstoppable!
Better not underestimate me.
Too slow.
Skills polished. That's how a true master does it. Now, watch this!
I already have the games on disc, so yeah, I mean, you wouldn't get much out of that. More enemies during the final showdown phase to earn more points. Earn additional points of any remaining cycles. Stage buff rank will not be upgraded during the final showdown phase. Decaying Shadow.
All in.
Have your fangs and claws dulled.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or... Maybe I'll take it all.
That won't do.
Just get its ass.
Show me what you can do. I venture forth to hunt. Always soaring. Forever triumphant! Inevitable!
Boom.
Back down. Never hesitate!
pretty cool that people will be able to do it. Yes, Twitch categories are doing real good at the moment. Are they?
Time to show you what I can
If you told me they weren't, I'd believe you.
White tiger, eating less carbs. Watch this! I get it now.
Better hedge your bets. Can't lose this one.
I venture forth to hunt. Always soaring. Forever triumphant! Inevitable!
Boom!
Souls tonight. The stars.
And everyone take an extra turn before the actual switch happens. Because that ended literally at the exact second. Oh, Yanqing, you're here to get jobbed again.
Better not underestimate me.
Watch your head.
I venture forth to hunt. Always soaring. Forever triumphant! Inevitable!
You'll make for good practice. I failed.
Yeah,
That's
he
how
did.
a true master does it. Time to show you what I can real Azure Dragon. White
The
tiger,
smackening has commenced.
eating less
It's
carbs.
absolutely slapping the shit out of every single one of these.
Don't ask.
Refresh our shields before they actually hurt us. Ooh, monkey yells.
Back down. Never hesitate! That won't do.
All in.
Too slow. I venture forth to hunt. Always soaring.
Forever triumphant.
Inevitable!
No dirty tricks, alright. Looks like, the dice have been cast. Bust. Or
Maybe I'll take it all.
watch your head.
Pull together. Resonate once more.
Fearless. Unstoppable!
Get their asses. We're up to 60k. And we got up to 80.
Underestimate me. I get it now. I could take.
Ugh. Hulei's got a lot of hit points.
Not her sportsmanlike.
I think it's not like I think we'll lose by any means. Hulei is not a difficult fight.
Alright, I can't lose this one.
I hope.
Back down. Never hesitate! That won't do.
Hey, case in point, one bar down already.
I venture forth to hunt. Always soaring. Forever triumphant! Inevitable!
That's how a true
And we are
master
this far into his second phase already.
Tonight. Souls tonight.
In fact, don't let him have his second phase. He's not allowed to do his second phase. Start singing. There, go straight to your third phase. That's all you're allowed to do. Oh, you didn't want to do that. Let me show you why. Oh, you still didn't want to do that. Let me continue showing you why.
Time to show you what I can
Bust.
You know what? You're not allowed to have a turn either.
Maybe I'll take it all.
Just die outright before you ever get the opportunity. And you know what? Another one of these. Drop it down on their heads. Just killed all of them with that shit. This is wonderful. So many attacks. Challenge ended. Yep. 90k. Apparently 80k was the max for rewards. I got to 90 anyways. SS rank. Yeah, as good as it gets. Ooh, I need those are hard to farm. Deathward Negotiation. All done skis. Next is a rare anecdote. To be unlocked. Ah, that's not available yet. I gotta wait. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to do that on stream then. Probably do the rest of these things off screen. Ooh. Oh yeah, I have one more thing here to do. Ride Dromuses. Haven't done that yet.
It's still early. Where to now?
Amicus. Oh, my sweetie, aren't you just a huge slice of blueberry white chocolate cake? What? Amicus, that's enough. Stop that. Stop kissing that Dromus. Can't you see it's getting angry? Ah, but youngster, Dromus is not a plaything. You keep this up, I'll have to ask you to leave. Amicus, you have to learn how to get along with Dromuses properly. You'll have to rely on them a lot when you're out adventuring. I'm reading wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. Just too adorable. Let me pat it just one more time. Headache. He never really listens. Amphorious Citizen. How many achievos do I have? Oh yeah, initial D. Crash into a wall no more than 3 times while in the hand of Zagreus' chamber for the Hypogeum Enigma event. Really? I listened in on a bunch of conversations as well. How do I ride on the Dromuses, though? It's not like a thing I can physically do, to my knowledge. Maybe I can get on this one. The one that passes in front of us. Maybe that's how it works. Lipos. Ooh. You heard of the last city on the holy mountain high? The immortal deity carries the sun across the eternal sky. Dawn lingers, silent in its eloquent grace. Hope shines bright amidst the world's stagnant embrace. Homeless, where should you find your way? In black tide and despair where shadows play. Exile, what dreams for days to come? Amidst silent gods, fate's whisper grows crazed and numb. In the end times, seek the promised land. Sunlight, clear waters, fertile soil where peace will stand. Within the garden of that merciful god, solace can be found. Laughter, feasts, and wine, joy and abundance unbound. This poem, The Last Veranda, is dedicated to you, adorable mister. Lipos senses the vast sky's aroma around you, so close yet distant and utterly enchanting. Thank fate for this moment we share. Any poem striking your fancy today? Lipos got a trove waiting for you for strike. Mounted poetry. Okay, that doesn't let me get on its back, I can tell. You have cursed knowledge? Share the curse with us, Bathwater. It's the only way to be safe from it. And also, I enjoy cursed knowledge. Yeah. Come on. Get slightly on its tail while it's descending. I don't think that's what the game's asking for. I really don't want to know? I think I do. You saying that does not help. It does not help your case, I should say. Dang it.
How do I ride one of those? There's a friggin' achievement for it. Maybe this one over here? It's of a sexual nature? That doesn't bug me per se, it's just...
Is metaphysics. Okay, here's good enough.
I mean, if it's, like, really gross, it might bug me, but being sexual in and of itself isn't a problem. So long as it's not something you, like, can't say on Twitch or something like that. Hang on. Ah, damn it, I forgot which way I went. There's a sign above its head that could have told me. If you insist, I will live to regret insisting, I'm sure. Goat puzzle is mine.
Is that all?
You learned how to fuck a couch. Is that something people don't understand how to do? I feel like every teenager has figured that out at least once. Maybe not every teenager, but every curious teenager.
Okay, here's good enough.
Really? I mean, in theory, yeah. I'm curious what method you think you've discovered. It's not like a jump button in this game, so I don't know what I'm doing this wrong or not. I know you're supposed to be able to get on top of them somehow. That's my Chivo. Stop the bard on the drummus and speak with him. Oh, okay.
Okay, here's good enough.
It brought me to this area to say, right, it's a dinosaur, it's a drummus, which, yeah, basically. Oh my god, I don't know who all has seen that video. It's, should I play it? I don't want, it's got the, it's the actual Jurassic Park melody, so I'm worried about getting hit by that. It's literally the Jurassic Park melody, and it's, no, holy fucking shit, it's a dinosaur, holy shit, what the fuck? Oh my fucking god, fucking dinosaurs, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? It's old school YouTube stuff, but it's amazing. Lie back on the lounger, gazing at the giant mural not far in the distance. Splendid dawn, a nebulous stream, and the ethereal... Alright, you have to admit, the painter's brushwork is too abstract, and you can't figure out what the fuck it is. Must have been a famed master painter who did this piece with such opulence. You can't even capture a fraction of the sky's beauty. Well, his enlightenment in the arts may not best Menestia's, yet the endless sky was created with a mere hand wave. The difference between humans and titans is truly insurmountable. Neat. The hell? Single cushion catches your attention. Its presence seems clearly out of place with its surroundings. Under your careful observation, you notice that the surface of the cushion is a little strange. Logically, a cushion should be soft inside, but this cushion has something very hard sticking out of it. A penis. Strange, this requires thorough inspection. Show me the penis. Great effort, you finally managed to tear off the cushion's penis. Ah, wait, no, it's a cover. Scroll of Mysterious Rites. Seekers of wisdom, obey the Codex of Circes. Earth-nourishing quintessence. In fine writing, Georgios' fertile soil. Spring of life's blessing. In fine writing, Phagos' sacred filter. Bestowal of wisdom inheritance. Circe's tree seed. Offering neath the giant tree. The eye of wisdom will examine your devotion and bestow a reward. A simple but strange pattern is drawn on the base of the scroll.
An eye formed of branches staring at a divine statue ensnared in vines. And the content recorded inside seems that these are instructions for some kind of mysterious ceremony, attached with notes made by disciples. The scroll has aroused your curiosity. Though you have experienced all sorts of summoning ceremonies inside Akuma, this will be the first that you have experienced personally from the beginning. Will you try it? Couldn't hurt. Having made up your mind to carry out the ceremony personally, you begin to carefully study the contents of the scroll. Ceremony initiation requires 3 types of objects. You notice that something is gilded at the bottom of the scroll. Patterns of the 3 items are embedded in golden stamps. Pick up the scroll and walk a few steps, noticing that the light on the surface is constantly changing with your movements. I understand what this thing is used for. It's only telling you the 3 ceremonial items are nearby. Perhaps they've been hidden away by the disciples. You may be able to find something if you search carefully.
Be more guests in the Grand Baths lately.
Let's see. Materials needed for ceremony nearby. Take a look, you may be something in it for you. Let's see. Georgios' fertile soil. It's in a basket. Unremarkable basket woven from plants native to Amphorius. Years of direct sunlight and rain have caused its color to fade. The bottom is so stained with dirt you can even see faint traces of spider webs. Looks like it's been abandoned here without an owner for all this time. Trailblazing spirit makes you curious as to whether this thing can still be used, so you decide to rummage through it. Discover 2 things inside the basket. A bag filled with dirt and a number of small, nut-like objects. Though they may seem like trash to the untrained eye, your sharp intuition with trash collection alerts you to something. There seemed to be a faint light coursing across those surfaces. Mystical black soil, it's just actual trash. An essential sacrificial item for a mysterious ritual, somewhat clotted. And mystical seeds. Looks slightly dried up. The 2 of them were just in a trash can. Of course. Earth nourishing is the seed in the soil. Spring of life's blessing. Phagos's sacred filter. Well, then it must be in the water, right?
Oh, protect me. Don't let me sink.
A kid learning to float. Phagosa, protect me. Phagosa, protect me. Hang on. Chest. This ain't the kind of chest I'm usually into. Actually, no, I like both kinds. Unremarkable box. A must-have necessity when it comes to storage. Looks like it could be easily smashed with a ball bat. However, you are an experienced trailblazer. You understand by now that one must not act recklessly. You use your nimble fingers to tear open the box's cover and find a dusty bottle containing an unidentified liquid. Looking at it, you imagine it must be some kind of drink, as the bottle has a symbol of Phagosa on it. Looking at its color, you can see it's not as clear as regular spring water. It has a suspicious cloudiness to it. However, you also notice something special about it. As it sloshes around, you see small splashes of sparkling light. Starlight, specifically. Treasure.
Is that all?
Mystical ceremony under the large, giant tree. There's plenty of side quests for me to do. And I can have all the fun of it. I thought the events would last longer. They didn't, but I thought they would. Gene Bank. Chema's Gene Bank, archived with the information of organisms that went extinct during the apocalypse. As trailblazing expedition ends, they may perhaps resurface across the cosmos once more. Many among your friends will be quite interested in that. Tree trunk is engraved with the mark of Circes. And so many years have passed, only a thin layer of the original engraving remains, making it hard to notice at first sight. Pairing the location with the scroll's script. You are certain that this is the location for the mysterious ceremony. Something strange about the dirt beneath you. Perhaps the countless ceremonies performed here before have hardened the earth. Bury the offerings by the 3 roots. As you are hit by a bizarre fluctuation of energy, your head feels a little faint. Could it be ceremony is a success? Find it hard to believe as you look at the object that suddenly appeared before you, suspended in midair. It Are you fucking... Alright, they caught me inside, so I have to teleport to this to not be caught literally within the damn thing. They should have been more careful with that. A number of voices begin to sound through your ears. Their words sound muffled, as if they have traveled a great distance. Another follower bearing offerings in search of wisdom. You brought the blessings of the three titans. Giorios, the soil that nurtures all living things. Fagosa, the ever-reaching springs that bring life. Seeds of Circes, those will absorb all nutrients so they blossom and bear fruit. Golden fruit on the wisdom tree, we stand in its shelter, you and me. Where's this golden fruit, Circes? Why must you taunt your loyal disciples like this? Why, must not disrespect the gods. I understand completely. Trees grow too old, so old has come to the end of its life. This is the past and the tree's still alive, so... What do you mean? Voices fall into complete silence, leaving your question unanswered. You quickly understand what has happened. Long ago, the disciples of Circes would draw some kind of power from this tree. However, after countless ceremonies, even the tallest tree of the past grows old, and unable to meet the demand of insatiable ceremonies. You have no idea how long it has been, but this ceremony was eventually either abandoned or forgotten, and the disciples of Circes very rarely attempted it again. That is, until your arrival. However, the tree no longer has anything to give you. Tree roots push a few items towards you, as if trying to leave them at your feet. As you raise your head to look at the tree, the painted eyes engraved on its trunk seem to be both looking at you and staring off at some broken alien vision. The rotten offerings you gave have also disappeared into thin air as if they never even existed. Achievos. Guide. More of this. What is this one about? It's correct, Honorable Chrysosaur. I implore you to grant this pitiful creature its death. Due to an error in the way that we've nurtured it, it has a defect that cannot be repaired. Things stand, it has at most 15 days left to live. Tomorrow it will be in endless agony for the entirety of its short existence. You hear them too, right? Those pitiful screams. Alright, as you wish. I just want you to know. Why did you allow it to be born? Every being that goes extinct does so for a reason, and it is difficult to undo. By relying on these seeds, you are only creating. You are not allowing the dead to return. Because perhaps this way it does not have to face nature. Before it went extinct, these creatures spent a long time in captivity. They're the most common source of meat in this land. Source of meat. They return to the world just to die once more. Lady Chrysosaur, are you blaming me for this? Yes, you stupid shit. No, perhaps this creature and I are one and the same. Please move aside or we'll bring an end to its suffering. That was fucked up. Guess that's what the gene bank is for. Being fucked up. And they fuck it up too bad, Castorus has to kill it for them. Hello, triples. What's up, garment maker? As you touch the mannequin, a Goliath's voice emanates from within, causing you to shudder involuntarily. No need to panic, my distinguished guest. This mannequin is my garment maker. I have granted it a portion of my divinity so they can take action like a living being. Sometimes I use it as a model for tailoring clothes. If necessary, it can also carry out official duties or engage in battle. See, it's like the miniature Herdas. I'm not sure what that is. I agree this method of controlling puppets isn't exactly unique. Fuck me. Alright. As long as you understand, that's enough. Mannequin doesn't express displeasure at your interruption. Doesn't have a face capable of making expressions. The sudden silence tells you that perhaps it's time to leave.
My distinguished guest, please don't rush to leave yet. I still have something to say.
Why didn't you say it before?
Something I need your help with. Not gonna answer my question. Just pondering how to start. Even though we're not currently connected by the golden thread, I want to convey my sincerity to you. Not long before Akuma was invaded, I received some prophecies. Fortunately, I was too busy to pay attention to them at the time. Tried to interpret these prophecies recently and discovered they were obscured by an unknown force, which I can't unravel alone. Therefore, I need your assistance.
You need me to generate electricity?
While you indeed received Orynyx's blessing, I'm afraid we must seek the help of the other Titans Kid in this matter. Don't worry, I'll assist you throughout the process and share the interpreted content with you. Simple terms, I need you to help collect a type of creatures called creation nymphs. Possess the Titan's blessing can aid me in interpreting. Oh yeah. Creation nymphs? A little complicated. Nymphs were essentially human beings who lived in the era Chrysia. Thanatos sent disciples of romance to defective cocoons, where they were reborn as butterflies, destined to continue their lives as loyal aides to the Titans. In the era Bellica, Circes accidentally lost their divine form. Nestia, unable to accept the fact their lover was injured, collected Circes' scattered bodies, trying to weave them together in threads to bring the other Titan back. Former followers of the two also voluntarily joined this arduous journey. They are the creation nymphs. The beautiful and fragile belong to Nestia, while the brave and strong belong to Circes. Reassembling a divine body is no easy task. The nymph must perceive all things, gathering wisdom and love from the words of others to provide to Menestia's weaving of the golden threads. Thus, they have an alternate name, Weavers. This act is destined to be futile. Information overload. What I need to do is bring back any nymphs you encounter. I'll handle the rest, distinguished guest. During the process, you may witness some phenomena that are hard to comprehend. Don't worry, merely the remnants they leave behind. In Akuma, the nymphs exist in the form of butterflies. The aura of romance oozing from them is unusual, should not be difficult to distinguish. Ask my trusted nymph to prepare a small puzzle for practice. Why not give it a try, my esteemed guest? Created by Circes, yet bound by the string of romance, if you touch its roots, you can create a knot of destiny. Seek out its hidden place. Left a gift there just for you. Sure, why not? I'm gonna be right back, just real quick. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, forgot to turn my mic back on. And how far away am I actually going here? Oh, really? You won't I can't teleport through this to another thing, you just... Alright, sure. Well, I guess that is technically the closest teleport. Aww, poor small child. Are they looking for it? You touch the roots of the tree where a treasure chest upon which a butterfly had landed appears. Excellent, like a butterfly. This puzzle isn't a walk in the park. Are you a genius? Here's a reward from Lady Aglaya. I'm going back to her now.
Great. The more the better.
Teleportation. I did your little quest. Not bad, my distinguished guest. You're more skilled at this than I imagined. Facilitate your collection? I've set up multiple garment makers in areas where the larvae are likely to appear. Pretty thoughtful, right? Now you have access to them as well. Looking forward to your good news, my distinguished guest. Thanks again for your assistance. Yeah, sure. Okay, disturbance at a Dramas workshop. I ride one of these nope.
Citizens, we have seen it too. It was this Outlander. My beloved boss man would exhibit such major mood swings, refusing to receive guests for days on end. It is the trickery of this Outlander.
The fuck are you talking about?
Slander. I only petted it lightly. Who knew your Dromus would be so timid? Lightly. My Dromuses are sacred beasts blessed by Georios. They are nigh priceless. Like boss man here. Loses appetite when it's frightened. Without food, it won't have strength to carry people, and if it doesn't work, I'll lose that much more money in a day. Look at these beautiful scales. A little shabby, but there's a scratch up here. You must have done this with your grubby fingers. And I was already there to begin with. Stop making excuses. No one else touched it besides you that day. You will pay for my losses.
Outlander.
That's right. For these scoundrels from outside the holy city who covet our wealth, their punishment must be swift and just. In recent times, Boss Man has been unusually lazy. Noticed something amiss and personally stood guard by its cage. Guess who I caught red-handed? This Outlander. He would come here on time every day, get close to Boss Man and pinch it violently. My heart bleeds for its abuse. I was massaging it. Noticed something off with its behavior. Surmising it was overworked and wanted to ease its pain. Owner like you, working your beasts of burden to the bone without a day off, even mountain dwellers would be hard-pressed to keep up. How we rear our livestock in Akama will not be dictated by an ignorant outlander such as you. Are you disrespecting our customs? This is right, I don't know much about Dromuses, but this outlander is overstepping his bounds.
Yeah, that one might be another remnant of Zagreus' worshippers. Look at them sneaking about.
Fuck is wrong? Okay, everyone's just racist. Good to know. Hear that? According to our laws, this isn't a court of law, jackass. You now have two choices. Resolve this with compensation, or I'll see you at civilian court. I have no money. Don't blame me then. Where are the guards? It's time to earn your keep. A little overboard, isn't it? Overboard? I'm in the wrong for seeking compensation from a criminal?
You really have... All we have is your eyewitness account, and that's very clearly biased. Lord Littledur, you're mistaken. This lad's words may have been candid, but the reasoning is sound. Who said that? Conflict gradually reaches breaking point and Geezer emerges.
And who are you?
Socteres. Okay, yeah, no, I'm on board. Socteres.
Oh, geriatric, Lord Littledur, reckon you must have knowledge on the matter from your confident poise. I have a few questions regarding these pack beasts. Not only the Dromuses, I also know my merchandise like the back of my hand. Ask away. As the guardian of these Dromuses, what is the most commonly known characteristic of Georios? Did you even ask? It's earnest hardship, tenacity, and a thick hide. And how should Dromuses, blessed by Georios, be manifested? In the same way, obviously. On this note, everyone may be asking a question. If this Dromus here were blessed by a Titan, how could such a tough creature have a scratch on its scales? I shall hazard a guess at this. When the city was attacked, the Mad King's kin wrought destruction along the streets, causing damage to many Dromuses. Scars on its scales are a testament to its glory, but as a servant of the earth, mud covered its scar, preventing anyone from noticing. Till that gentleman gave it a massage, causing the mud on its scales to be kneaded off, and thus was the scar revealed. Ah, how ludicrous. Think your outrageous rhetoric will acquit him of having to compensate me?
You can't blame him for the scar. How the fuck could he have possibly made a scar on a Dromus when he's a guy?
You didn't like that? There are other theories as well. This Dromus wasn't blessed at all, it's just unusually frail, or scar wasn't even made by that gentleman to begin with. I believe Lord Littledur is most aware of the truth. Free to choose your explanation, no matter which one it may be. You... Fine, I'm not pursuing this matter today. Just don't let me catch that outlander doing anything funny. Conflict was resolved way too quickly. Crowd is engrossed in gossipy discourse. Some lauding the geezer's glibness, others sorry to see the drama end so soon. Mister, thank you so much. Alright, you run along quickly. Don't give anyone else a reason to speak ill of you, even if you did nothing wrong.
Flustered Outlander. Oh, okay, cool. You made it the ending slide, so now I can't go back and read it. That's really fucking cool for... Stop auto-scrolling. Whatever. Everyone watching this. I know it's not a lot, people. I know it's not a lot of people. I know.
But everybody who watches, stop auto-scrolling text in your game. If you want an auto-scroll feature, don't put it on by default. You can make it a feature, but that doesn't mean it should always be on either. You can give people the option to do it if that's how they want to do it, but don't default to it and make it so it can be turned off if it's a feature. It's gross. Because if someone can't read that fast, you're just preventing them. It's not cool. It's so not cool. Even if they can read that fast, maybe they want to look at it again because they thought something was wrong. Such a hurry to leave, young friend. Still something to say. Who are you? My name is Socteres, the most witless geezer in Arkham, and a most devoted seeker of knowledge. Your support for the Outlander left a deep impression on me. Kind souls are rare in most cities. I just wanted to pit my wits against him. I have no choice, I'll stand in. I really did what I had to do, you flatter me. I want to pit my wits. But his true thoughts are often revealed in the form of jokes. I believe it necessary for us to have a deeper conversation. Okay, these writers actually understand Socrates pretty well, because he would just fucking insult people to teach them lessons sometimes. This former Eternal City has always been generous in opening its doors to outsiders, but as the black tide encroaches, the goodwill in people's hearts may slowly give way to misgivings. It's a long story, we should look for a place to speak about this more comfortably. How about Memorial Palace's baths? I'm privileged patron there. Never mind, I'll go run a bath first. You can take a look around. Citizens are still mulling over what just happened. You might hear something of interest. Maybe. Yeah, alright on the dramas. I wanna get on the dinosaur. Get me on the dinosaur. Why can't I? I don't know how. It's what's your shtick? Why does this matter have a happy ending? We'll fill up the hole of boredom within me now. Have you considered joining a tavern? Is that a place where Fagosa's disciples congregate? I'm not interested. I just want to see Outlanders make a fool of themselves. Some among them like to test the law's patience. Okay, so yeah, you're racist. Take me, for example. I have a bakery, doesn't earn much most days, but I can make ends meet. Started about 2 weeks ago. There'd be Outlanders standing by the entrance when I closed up, hoping I would offer any unsold bread to them. So people are begging, and you think, I hate beggars, I hate the homeless. I didn't think much of it at first, but people who could afford them caught wind of this and also came by to take advantage of my kindness. Everyone ended up wanting free bread and my business suffered. Okay, but that's not the Outlanders' fault. Doesn't sound like the Outlanders were at fault. Are they not? No. You could just then start to trend. Arkhimans wouldn't have learned to be so greedy. Oh, if they hadn't been in need and asked, hey, do you have any bread you're gonna have to throw away anyways that we can have? Then other people who bought from you wouldn't have tried to get free shit. Do you not realize how stupid you are? Outrageous. Can't these guys just find a job and pay for their own bread? Would you ever hire an Outlander? I'm gonna guess the answer is no. And I'm gonna guess that's why they can't get a job and pay for their own bread. What are these Outlanders doing being so hardworking? Even willing to work for the Dromuses free of charge. Being hardworking is a bad thing. Maybe a virtue to citizens, but with Outlanders showing up, it spelled nothing but trouble. There were many Outlanders came to the Holy City in the past, so the Council of Elders agreed to let them enter in batches. Who would have thought these ruffians so exceptional? Had only 2 conditions while looking for a job: food and lodging. You didn't even have to pay for their work. No business owner in their right mind would want to hire any locals with such affordable staff. I can't work for no pay. Why don't you create a new stall? Easier said than done. Market's only so big. How many more stalls can it hold? That's not entirely untrue. He does have a point. He is being priced out of the market, he feels, and... The Council Elders are already discussing the Outlander problem. We can wait for official word before acting. Hey, his complaint is he's been this is just immigration, the question. It's like, well, they're working for very, very little, and I've been priced out of the market of jobs that I'm able to do. And it's like, okay, that's a genuine complaint, but I don't think it's necessarily I don't think it's immoral of them to do that, per se. It's unfortunate for you, and something needs to be done for that, but I don't think you should hate people for... Oh. Said that many of their childhoods have experienced the exhilaration of being lifted high above their heads by their parents. Those families had a steed like the Dromus, those children would have been bursting with excitement. Enough said, you decide to climb on the back. Yes! 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 Dinosaur. I'm on a dinosaur. Yeah. 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 That was fun. And also the last thing I needed. Independent thinking. That old man sure has a silver tongue. Not the first time Little Does tried to make things difficult for Outlanders. That backfired on him this time. That was fucking funny. The next drawing of lots ends will probably still be struggling for a while. It'll be a funny sight to see then. Drawing lots? What lots? Enter the city. Holy City is taken in many people, and accommodation and other resources are limited, especially after Nikador's attack. Can't turn them away, of course. If the Outlanders wish to enter the city, they'll have to draw lots to qualify. Lady Tribby brought back a group of Yanis priests some days ago, and they didn't have to draw lots to enter the city. Talented individuals are a precious commodity in times of need. Situation in the city is complicated. Everyone seems to have their fair share of arguments. Citizens are locked in their bickering, and the Council of Elders will likely reserve judgment for now. Word of advice, learning to think for yourself is essential, just like me. Yeah, so it's interesting. I've not seen a game do this before, though I'm very happy for it. It looks like this game is taking a very balanced look at the question of, like, immigration. Like, it has the guy who, he's just wrong. He's just hateful and wrong, and there's nothing about it. Have the guy who's upset, but for genuine reasons, and the person who kind of is just thinking by themselves. And of course, who's like, well, we can't just leave them. But at the same time, we can't have everyone here. We have finite resources. The people who are real good at shit we can let in right away, but the others, it's harder. And it's trying to look at it from all angles, and I appreciate that. Like, it's even acknowledging there's people who are just fucking wrong. And you gotta acknowledge that those exist. Crackle, you found me. Dim Flame wants to find somewhere pure to call home. Doesn't like this place because of the strange smell. Don't stop and turn back or the spiritual flame will be extinguished. You by the side of the road. You who have found me. I want something good. Give me something good. Tell me your story. I, Giorios' kin, have been the witness to plenty and been burning forever. I fear darkness, fret over dampness, and dread being extinguished. I like stones, I like fire, I like good things. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Dim Flame does not lie. Dim Flame will protect you at night. You want tranquility? Good, excellent, and desired. The Dim Flame is stronger. Here for you. I receive another Giorios Ember. I have 5 of these things, and some Celestial Ambrosia. I don't know where I got that from, but it happens. That's from something, I don't know where. Bath pool is huge. Where's that old man's bath? You, young friend, come on down. Water's just right. I'll gladly accept it. You enter the bath. As he said, the temperature's just right.
Where should I begin? How about we start with you? Here the Nikador's brethren were running rampant in the city when you first arrived in Okama. Before that attack happened, an occasional outlander seeking refuge would come here for shelter. Cities have been razed to the ground, they could not survive long in the wasteland. Now the number of refugees seeking protection in the holy city is rising, because you defeated Nikador and made the journey to Okama that much safer.
Trailblazers garner much merit.
An outlander bard hears your exploits. I reckon they'll surely write a song regaling your feat. Some already have. Resources during disasters are scarce. Okama can't take in too many outlanders. Welcoming everyone will only plunge the city into chaos. Right now, most of these outlanders have been situated in a shelter far away from the city walls. Conditions are much better than the wastelands. City guards protecting the place will never grant them a sense of security akin to their homes.
That's true.
The Council of Elders came up with a temporary solution. Allow only a small number of outlanders into the city, decided by drawing lots. This method may be unfair to those who object, because the Council has rigged the process to select the useful ones. Strong men who have mastery over special skills and proficiency in heavy labor stand the highest chances. Old folk with children in tow the lowest, even if they require more assistance.
Isn't this normal then?
Some citizens do think that these conditions are but the authority of the host city. They have the right to decide who we help.
Greetings, hey Courting Nat. Doing an interesting side quest. Give me a second, my cat wants in.
Oh, you can't have the chair, it's mine. It's my chair still. You can't have it, you little bastard. No, you. Okay, yeah, you can take that one. It's my spare chair. You can get in that all you want.
Yeah, we're talking to friggin' Socteries.
Okama's resources are limited. There's enough to aid most of the outlanders. Real question is, are we willing to pay the price? A group of strangers was starving at the gates. They could live with a mouthful of food. Okama would be more than capable of saving them. You and I would have one fewer bite. One fewer bite of an apple, for example. I like apples. Apple a day keeps the doctor away. You're willing to relinquish an apple on your table in exchange for a stranger's survival.
Okay, so it's like it's actually letting me answer this question how I choose. It's like, would you accept just having less in your life if it meant someone else didn't have to die? It's like, there's a limit, because it's not like I can lose everything. It's not like I'd let myself die for someone I don't know. That's just not fair to me. At the same time, you're asking me here, and a lot of times I feel like I'm not a lot of this question that it's kind of paralleling is... this is kind of the welfare question. Will you accept higher taxes to save those who really need it? And it's like, yeah, but at the same time, a lot of this is really done without my asking, and for people I may not necessarily agree need the help, because there's people who abuse those systems. It's like, I don't know, when you take the person who has to pay for it out of the decision-making, stuff starts not working. I'd be willing just one. Looks like kindness does exist within you. Forgo one's benefits, no matter how small they may be, is still a noble act worth commending. Cannot force all the citizens to do the same. Exactly, you can't force everyone to help. At the end of the day, is a good deed good if you have to be forced to do it? Answers to this question incurred further discord. City's people are locked in verbal conflict to this day. And yeah, I have some excess I'd be willing to forego to help someone. Help a beggar on the street. But I don't have so much I could give up everything to save a dozen people, because then I'd die. How I see it, at least, is that Okama should be tolerant. Even if we can't save everyone, we should embrace kindness and provide resources for others to live on. Because the true resource is people. A city without a people is like a vessel without fine brew, unable to stand steadfast in violent gales. Ultimately, I don't think you're wrong. Like, ideally, yes, everyone who has the means should help. But at the end of the day, what someone should do, I don't agree with forcing them to do it. It's how to get someone to do it that's always the question, and usually the answer is by force if they don't want to do it. And it's like, well then, are you really doing the right thing anymore? But no, I agree on principle with, yes, everyone should be willing to give up their excess to help those who have none. I fear only Ornyx's miracle may be able to give an answer. During your loud discourse, a youngster has surreptitiously sidled to the edge of the bath. Master, what are you doing here? It's such a hard time finding you. I have news for you. Oh, it's you, Paladin. The good news first. Unfortunately, I have only bad tidings. Outlander group arrived at the city gates not long ago. They did not attempt to enter the city. Their course set directly for the Abyss of Fate instead. Circumstances are unknown right now. Sarktaries is silent for a moment, as if contemplating a conundrum that his student threw his way. The Abyss of Fate. Isn't it extremely dangerous there? Why do they not head for the Council of Elders' shelter? I don't know. Perhaps they have a conflict of faith with Arkema, like that priest of Noldus. Good thing you're here, young friend. Oh, we survey the situation personally. Might I trouble you to come with us? Why me? Road to the Abyss of Fate is not safe. Paladin and I are just ordinary scholars. We wouldn't be able to extricate ourselves from trouble. Fair enough. You're a hero who fought alongside the Chrysos heirs. Thus, return safely with your company. Must treat you to a meal when we return to Arkema. If you're paying for lunch, I'll do whatever the hell you want. Ready, Master? Let us set off.
Aren't you coming in to have fun?
It is interesting. This game is it's putting out a real-world problem that exists and that people struggle with, and it's not necessarily forcing a perspective on you, it's letting you answer how you like. A lot of games nowadays won't let you answer the question, even if you want to answer in a wrong way. Master, look, those things... Oh, expected the Mad King's kin are admittedly resilient. Paladin, you stay in a safe place. Young friend, I'll be counting on you to watch my back. Ooh, that line's got me all fired up. Master, you knew martial arts all along? That's not surprising. The real Socrates... Here's the thing. That's not his real name. The real Socrates was his friggin' stage name as a wrestler. He was, like, jacked as hell. Alright, somebody seized the chance to ride those refugees so they would keep calm. Ow. Get away from me, monsters! No! Fuck it while they're distracted. No sound effects this time for some reason. There it goes. Alright, the temple, it's safe there, follow me! I choose you.
This song's just for you. Keep up. It's my tempo. Fight it or rock with it. My music
Conquers all.
Looks like I've got a winning hand.
What's wrong? Never seen perfection. You've just got to expand your thinking. Curiosity. Endless riddles. But the answer is nothing but a void.
Freeze.
The door to a whole new world. Glimpse the unknown for a moment and let it captivate you.
Master, these people, they're not doing well. Some were already injured before we got here.
Indeed, from the looks of them, they haven't had a proper meal for a while. Who's in charge here?
Here. A woman holding a child emerges from the crowd. Thank you all so much, especially this gray-haired hero. Which one? The one who actually did the fighting. Oh, okay, good. How can we ever repay you?
I can wait. Why don't you go to the Holy City's designated shelter? Sentries garrison there. It's much safer than here.
Shelter. Guards. I overheard the guards before talking about some Dromus workshop incident, drawing lots, resource allocation and whatnot, so I didn't dare ask them to clarify. I think the burden of the Holy City is already heavy enough. Even if we begged the guards to let us in, it would only add to their troubles. In the end, it would just lead to an unpleasant situation.
That's the case, we might as well look for a nearby place to rest our feet, see if we could fend for ourselves. Who would have thought? Mama, will we die? No, baby, it won't happen as long as Mama's around. If Mama dies, you're fucked, though. But Uncle Anthony and Sister Aisha, they really look like they're going to die. My tummy's hungry, too. You say we'd have something to eat once we got to the Holy City? Mama, when will we get there? I'm sorry, darling, I'm sorry. Woman crouches and holds her child tight, tears silently streaming down the corners of her eyes. Socteres softly clears his throat and pulls you to the side. Anyone who just suffered so much hardship would find it difficult to keep their emotions in check. Best give that mother and child some peace. Outlander's situation is much worse than I imagined. If we keep turning a blind eye, they'll at best survive for a week. That is, they aren't attacked by wild beasts first. Such is the tragedy of life. Can't save everyone. Can at least help those in front of us, can't we? I already have an idea. Yeah, well, I mean, I have the power to help at this moment. Holy City's shelter is only a half-day trek away from the city walls. There are guards there, so it'll be safer. Just the way these refugees are now, getting there would be difficult. They haven't much food to begin with, and that last attack has left them in urgent need of emergency medical supplies. Provide them with these two for now. When their wounded are healed, we can escort them to the shelter. Teacher, all medicine is now considered wartime supplies in Arkema. Distribution is under strict control, and most people won't even be able to buy any. I know. Think of a way. At least to guarantee their survival. Good news is, food isn't strictly regulated. Easily get enough food to feed these people for a week at the Memorial Market. I suggest we split it up. Paladin and I will secure the medicine, and a young friend buy some food back, after which we'll reconvene here. We really need to come along. Thinking of doing the procurement with this gray-haired hero. I need a helper. Remember my instructions last month? Getting old, and there are many things I need help for. Fucking old. There comes a day when I haven't the strength to walk a step forward. You'll have to take my mantle and carry on guiding the people of Arkema. As you wish, teacher. Then, before we set out, is there anything our young friend wants to say? Leave it to me. Thank you, young friend. Really appreciate you accompanying me on my errands. This is all over, I have to thank you in earnest. You say we're going to treat him to a meal? I'll get my share. We'll meet later, gray-haired hero.
It's still early. Where to now?
Many food stalls here, varying in price and quality. Which one to choose? You like to eat? Local specialties? Something more outlandish has been lost to time. Creative food? Crepe? I'll have to flaunt my reserve stock then. Don't worry, food here is Arkema's finest. Even if it's not, it's still pretty up there. Harris waves his hand. From the room, his helpers carry several ceramic vases containing food. As he said, they look delicious. Lush fruit and vegetables in a platter, aromatic soup fresh from the oven, fine brew emanating intoxicating fragrance. Each and every item is world-class and made with culinary intricacy. You'd think. Oh, did I give you Arkema's finest? Of course, they cost quite a bit. 8,000 balance coins. Quality's top-notch, its prices reflect that. If you want to give these Outlanders something sumptuous, this would be a fine choice. Let's look for something middle of the road, like stuff that doesn't spoil, that I can actually, like, keep them around for a while.
Meet again, my adorable friend. Any fruit you want to eat?
Crepe.
Not fruit and vegetables, but food. Sure know how to create a quandary in me, little friend. This won't vex me at all, just wait a while.
She returns, several large baskets are hanging off her arms. So big you wonder how she's even carrying them. Besides fruit and vegetables, there are also meats and breads in the baskets. As for quality, you can only vouch for their mediocrity. Bringing them in front of you, Demetria sets the baskets aside behind the counter. She's probably tired from having to carry them. Wish I'll sell them to you for 4,000. Price and quality are acceptable. You want a middling option, that's probably it. Yeah, no. Like, the thing is, soup is hard to transport and all that. Bring the baskets back to the abyss. And also, baskets are a lot easier to transport. You don't want to be friggin' moving vases. Just some standard supplies.
Mama, when we reach the Holy City, I want to eat baked apple pie. Soon, we're almost there.
Hey, the Holy City is here.
Huh? You mean?
Hand over the baskets. Food inside isn't exactly delicacies, but they're just what these people need.
It's all food inside? They look pretty good, too.
Yeah, meat, bread.
Mama, apple! It's an apple! Yes, honey, we can make apple tarts today. Not baked apple pies, but they taste just as good. Thank you for supplying us food, hero. Distribute them to our companions quickly. Darling, say thank you to this kind man. Thank you, kind man. Girl grabs the biggest and freshest apple in the basket and shoves it into your hands with a grin. Mister, you should have the biggest one. Silly child, why would our benefactors be satisfied with just an apple? It was theirs to begin with. I like this parallel. They brought up, would you take an apple off your table to give to someone else? Now they're literally taking an apple off their own table to give to me just as thanks for giving them food. Before she can finish her sentence, a figure runs over in a hurry. Mother and child tactfully excuse themselves. Brave news, hero. Master, Medi. Check it. Now's not the time to chant one of Magos's curses. Alright, I'm calm. Listen carefully. Beginning, Master said he had a way to get medicine. I had to be the one to transport it out of the city. He directed me to an alley, told me to return to take the medicine from him when a quint had passed. There's still some time, so I decided to find something to eat. When I was done, it was almost action hour. Dashed out of the shop and head toward the alley. I didn't get far before I saw Master walking with 3 guards. He wasn't cuffed, but I knew from his expression he wasn't with them out of choice. Tailed the guards and found they detained Master on the upper levels of Marmorial Palace. There were a lot of people there and I couldn't get close, so I hurried back to discuss a plan with you. Yes, I did find the medicine in the alley after all. It was a curious turn of events. You ever thought about how the medicine got there? Master bade me retrieve the medicine from the alley, then he was arrested by them. Don't tell me. Must be some misunderstanding here. You're the hero fall alongside the Chrysosairs. You have to explain Master's case to them. I'm sure the guards will listen. I mean, I can go look and talk, but depending on what he did to get the medicine, I might not be able to let it slide. Socteres has been captured. Misunderstanding not beyond possibility. It'd be better if I asked him in person. Paladin said he's been detained on the upper floors of Marmorial Palace, so he shouldn't be hard to find.
It's still early. Where to now?
Scusi? Hold it. What are you doing? I'm here to see the prisoner you detained. The Outlander hero who fought alongside the 2 Chrysosairs. My apologies. I bend the rules for a short visit for an esteemed guest, before you and time's up. Thank you. I want to figure out what he's done and why. Socteres, what the hell, man? Room's layout is quite cozy. No bars nor restraining devices. A modicum of respect has been left for whoever gets detained here. I mean, they didn't even have him in chains or anything when they brought him in. He must have turned himself in. Here, young friend. Socteres' eyes are somewhat avoidant, as if he is reluctant to have you see him in this state. Paladin said you were caught by the guards. I wasn't lying. It's for the reason I was caught. Even if I said nothing, I'm sure you can guess the gist of it. Help the Outlanders secure medicine. Slipped into the Holy City's supply warehouse. It is theft. I understand very well that I was committing a crime. As for how it ended, it was simply my just deserts. As to whether it was worth it, my only regret is that I didn't manage to transport more medicine out of the city into the hands of those who need it. Sorry for disappointing you. May have to renege on my promise to treat you to a meal. Was there a need to go this far? Not the only one with this question. As a citizen, why'd I risk everything to help a bunch of strangers? Because I too hope that in my time of need, someone will lend me a hand. Sage once said, if you want someone to be kind to you, you must first be kind to others. I think this is most appropriate here. Of course, there are always people who think they'll never find themselves in hardship, except who can ensure that Alchemist City walls will stand tall forever? Well, what are you gonna do now? Going to the Holy City's laws, they'll make me stand trial. High chance they won't be lenient. I could get you a little leniency, probably. Price must be paid for doing the right thing, even more so for an ambiguously moral act like mine conducted to sate my own savior complex, fully ready to accept its consequences. So that is an interesting moral question. I think ultimately it's correct, but steal medicine that is on wartime rationing for the medicine to help a non-combatant try to live, who is gravely injured and probably won't last too long, is a question. I think ultimately, I don't ultimately disagree with what he did. But at the same time, I think he's just accepted that he should be punished for it, but depending on what the punishment is, I might do something about this. Before the final moment arrives, my only wish is to eat another apple. Apple? Apples are my favorite food. Apple a day keeps the doctor away. It's a pity we didn't get to know each other better, otherwise I would surely discuss the wonderful flavor of apples with you, along with many other matters. That girl in the abyss gave me an apple. Nah, take it. I don't need it. You actually have an apple on you. One of the 10 essential idiosyncrasies among sages. You learn fast. Thank you, I'll have no regrets now. Socteres gleefully crunches down on the apple. When he's halfway through eating, the cell's guard walks in. Meeting time is over. Outlander hero, it's time to leave. What fate's in store for him? Not up for me to decide. Public court will handle him. Ooh. According to Socteres, he trespassed on the Holy City's warehouse, all to help a group of wounded Outlanders. I've already dispatched people to investigate. This may affect his sentencing. Trial will be held at the Kefali Plaza in 3 days. Also invite you to attend to witness the justice of this Holy City's law. 3 days later, Kefali Plaza. Ooh, I was hoping for that. Ooh. Alright, fellow citizens, order. I am Elder Eltro from Dawncloud, priest of Talanton. I'm presiding over this trial representing the will of the Council of Elders. The reason we're gathered here today is that the dearly respected public speaker, Socteres, trespassed on the Holy City's warehouse and committed theft. According to the law, theft is a crime punishable by imprisonment, but in light of the motive of this case, it cannot be so easily judged based on precedent. So, as per the tradition that we upheld, we've opened up the public court for everyone present to be the judge. May Talanton's justice be with us. Citizens' applause rise in a crescendo in response to this opening, till the elder gestures for the clapping to cease. Controversy in this case lies in the fact that Socteres risked his own well-being to help a group of wounded Outlanders. However, is this enough reason for his sentence to be reduced or even acquitted? Oh, give me just a minute here. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Just, important phone call had to deal with. Wasn't more than a few minutes, I don't think. Back to trial. Elder Etra. My right is the prosecution's representative and owner of the warehouse, the wealthy Lilodur. Welcome. He believes that the punishment should be harsh to prevent future supplies from leaving the city. Lilodur also has a known bias against Outlanders. I feel it would be... Well, it's not like there's a judge over, per se. Well, you're kind of a judge. I don't know the exact court proceedings. My left is a defendant's representative and student of the accused, Scholar Paladin. He believes the sentence should be light, considering the actions of the accused did indeed save many lives. Both parties have submitted their documents. Before the trial starts, do any citizens present have any questions? As the sinner, I request to say a few words to everyone present. Hey, old fart, you were caught red-handed, you're still trying to charm your way out of this. Lilodur, Socrates has the right to speak. Thank you, Elder Etro. Socteres clears his throat, his eyes mirroring a dromus ensnared in swampy mud. Such a creature is on the verge of death, its eyes are not one of wrath, but wet with tears. The golden age long past. We were once divided as city-states, separate from one another. The warring age not so long past, we once again divided ourselves as city-states, which became the reason for our battles. Sure everyone is very familiar with this stretch of history. But the black tide does not discriminate between cities. In its eyes, we are all human, insignificant existences. The present day, there are no other cities left, their names, that which we are oh so familiar, scattered to the winds. Which is why, in reality, Outlanders don't exist. Which city do they hail from? The question posed before us is merely about whether we want to help a group of people who need it. As for my crime, precious time need not be spent on it. I can accept the punishment, but I only hope that everyone will take this chance to discuss the current question with clarity. What stance exactly does the Holy City take with the underprivileged? Where exactly are we leading this eternal city? That's all. Thank Elder Etro again for this chance. One sec. Hey. Now then, before the trial starts, do any citizens present have any questions? Curious, how does our gray-haired guest view the situation? The hero fought alongside the Chrysos heirs. Your thoughts may be of critical import. During the turmoil that occurred in the Dromus workshop, I chose to support the Outlander and thus gained Socteres' appreciation. Later, Socteres invited me to discuss this. Professed my sympathies toward the Outlanders at the bath in the Marmorial Palace. After that, we once again met in the Abyss, the outsiders who needed aid. There, I bought the Outlanders some meals that were a good bargain. What do I think? I think my standpoint is pretty obvious. Raise your head, meeting Socteres' gaze of respite, as if saying, young friend, stay true to your heart. I support Paladin's defense. He did in fact save lives. What he did was wrong, and I think he does still need some level of punishment, but I think there is definitely room for leniency in this case, because ultimately, people for sure would have died had he not done what he did, and I think that is mitigating. Support Paladin's point. Mistakes incurred from saving lives should not be solely judged as a crime. Once saw those Outlanders with my own eyes. They were indeed in dire danger. Not for Socteres securing medicine for them, the consequences would have been unimaginable. By this reason, I believe that it should be reduced. I think ultimately he still ultimately he did still steal the medicine. And that someone else could need that medicine down the line. And they do need to keep track of it. It might be difficult. There's still... What he did still, I think, earns some punishment, but I think there's definitely room for leniency in this case. Oh, debate time. Gray hair, you're supposed to be an Outlander hero who must have something grandiose to say before the people. Never figured you for a jabbering troublemaker. Representative Lilurder, if you have any objections, please respond to him without contempt. You're just being a dick. As everyone knows, theft is a crime. No one's denying that. Let alone selling regulated goods to Outlanders. No, that's not the part that's a crime. It's just that you have to get permission. How can this be considered a benevolent act? Should be another charge slapped on top of his crime. Or up to me, I would have Socteres executed. That is completely unreasonable. That'll set an example for other potential criminals. Lillander, this is not a place to pursue personal vengeance. Everyone knows you've always hated Master, all because he thwarted your petty attempt to frame the Outlanders. I only have Akuma's interests at heart. Otherwise, by the next entry hour, the Holy City's warehouse would have been plundered clean. So many people present. They should try to appeal to the public's emotions. Use the Chrysos heir stealing core flame as an example. I don't see that going well. Is his own ability that determined the theft's success? Nah. He stood to gain nothing from his acts. Yeah, no. Selling to Outlanders? Those Outlanders were penniless. Would have done much better fencing the food to you instead. You may have gotten rich unscrupulously, but the fact is that you are rich. That knocked him down a peg. Going to the city guard's findings, there was no evidence of any monetary transaction. I asked the prosecution not to make any frivolous assumptions. Let us change the subject, then. Take a step back and assert this. If Socteres was really overcome with compassion, unwilling to further witness the Outlander's plight, why did he not use his own assets? Even if he donated his entire fortune, that would be his personal freedom to do so. He should not have taken property that belongs to the people. Akuma's property is only for the people of Akuma. Let's see. Now, he's not entirely incorrect in theory. That, yes, by stealing, he has, in fact, taken that choice away from someone else. Ultimately, I don't agree with what Lillander is doing, but it is still his choice whether to give or not give the medicine away. Well, it's regulated, so maybe it's not even his choice, but ultimately, it was his property, and at the end of the day, he should decide what to do with it. But did he have other access to medicine? I don't believe he did. And all the wealth in the world won't do a thing if you can't buy the medicine. How do you define an Akkaman? Not like the supplies are going anywhere. How much have you contributed to Akkama? Suggest you learn from Kefali's values. If it is as you say, why did Kefali carry the sun? He doesn't need sunlight. What, he had nothing better to do? You ever gave a second thought about this? If everyone was as selfish as you, who would bear the burden of dawn? How would Akkama even become the Eternal City? This point strikes true and draws blood. Heads gradually turned... Oh, no one's talking. This point strikes true and draws blood. Heads gradually turned towards the Dawn device in the distance, and Kefali, who supported the Dawn on their shoulders through sheer will. Their spirit is truly worth emulating. Can't expect everyone to perform such ridiculous feats. Admit it, Lilida. You're the only one who can't live up to this. You're literally the only one who won't. Fine. Change the subject. We do that, can't we? Everyone knows the Holy City's resources are limited. Can't be expended unnecessarily. Socteries gave our wealth to Outlanders. It will surely impact the living standards of our citizens. In war against the Black Tide, mercy is a useless quality. Not useless. To safeguard our lives, we must not show mercy to Socteries and his Outlander friends. Give him a little taste of destruction. Not afraid of an Outlander revolt. What about after the war? Do not mistake the enemy's identity. So you mean the Outlanders are enemies too? Be united with them against external threats to fend off the Black Tide together. Outlanders do not attack the city. Like, really? That one doesn't work? They also do not partake in its defense. How the fuck could they? You wouldn't let them in. Akkama survived because of our citizens. No Outlander should deserve to reap her blessings. Hearing they might be taken advantage— Oh, come the fuck on! Fuck you for that one. Hoot and holler in support of Lillander. Oblivious to the fact— I still win, but like, come on! That one— I still won, but that didn't feel fair, that last one. Final syllable drops, Elder Eltro stretches out his hand and halts Lillider's subsequent elaboration. Citizens recall the exchange that just happened, fervor still pulsing through them. Before realizing it, you've replaced Paladin as the defense attorney and garnered more support. Now the discussion is concluded, everyone please cast your vote. Before we conclude, may I add a few words? Aglaya? Hello, Elder Eltro. I think I'm not too late. Aglaya's appearance spurs the spectators once more. Few civil cases can catch the attention of the Chrysos heirs. Everyone's earlier discussions have been conveyed to me through golden threads riding the winds. Such a critical time, instead of arguing over whether the holes in a garment are right or wrong, perhaps we should consider how we should mend them instead. Failing to punish Socteries, it will be unjust to the people and the law. But if the punishment is too harsh, it will cause the Holy City to be seen as cold and tyrannical. Therefore, to strike a fair balance between the two, the best choice is... You can pay for the losses? Our honored guest has offered some good ideas. Following his thoughts, I would like to offer a compromise to the citizens. Socteries shall be exempt from imprisonment. As an alternative, he will be assigned to work at a refuge shelter as a form of exile. Okay, so all of them at once. Additionally, he will have to personally bear the cost of replenishing the medical supplies. To some citizens, such punishment might be more daunting than spending time in prison, so there's no need to worry about others following suit. This is all I have to add. Everyone, please begin voting. Please hold. Lady Aglaya, I still have a question. How do you intend to deal with that bunch of Outlanders? A faint smile crosses Aglaya's face, as if she'd been anticipating this question all along. The fate of the Outlanders does not lie with me nor the Council of Elders, but with the citizens. If you support them, offer a helping hand. If you oppose them, speak directly. Even if you are not connected by golden threads, expressing one's mind shouldn't be too hard. Just like this old one, his stance is clear. His actions have indeed made an impact. Some have benefited, while others have faced punishment. If every citizen was like him, with this clash of wisdom and will, a clear path would emerge. Now it's time to declare your stance. Please continue, Elder Etro. And citizens, please raise your hand to vote. Finally, 60% of the votes support Socteries' exile. Guards escort the old man away. Both he and his student quickly pack up their belongings and leave the holy city. Citizens of the plaza start to scatter, with people digesting what just happened. What direction should this city head towards? No one seems to have the answer. At the very least, it heads towards tomorrow. 5 crystal shards. Where to shall we go? That was interesting. I feel like 3 rounds wasn't enough for that discussion, and for the discussion to go that poorly, if you, like, no, he brought up a counterpoint, but I came up with plenty of counterpoints already, and it's like, no, that was the last round, you don't get to talk anymore. I didn't mean to go to this. Yeah, point rule, I don't give a shit. No, I want to leave. God fucking damn it, I didn't want to... Alright, this is another quest I have.
It's still early. Where to now?
Is it early? Say history tends to reflect the collective views of the past. That's what worries me about the future. Regardless of the era, humans just can't seem to break free from the same mistakes. Hey, don't stress too much. As long as there are Chrysos heirs among aiming to overthrow and become titans, there are still ordinary people like me pretending to be devout. Alchemist's vibe won't be too suffocating, especially if they claim to worship Thanatos. About the golden scapegoat. Shh. Different from our usual banter. Let's go somewhere quieter to talk about this. Guess you're the partner I've been waiting for. Great news. Excellent news. Avilius takes you to a relatively quiet corner. We can talk here. I feel like I'm being robbed. Hey, you can take on 10 of me easily. Yeah, but do you know? Yeah, but I wasn't sure if you knew that yet. I wasn't sure I was gonna have to kill you or not. Disturbing. Anyway, since you asked me about the Golden Scapegoat, a name that I came up with secretly, that means you cleared the 4 basic stages as well, right? Oh, you mean... I challenged them too. I was fortunate enough to pass the ones that weren't so dangerous. That's how I got this. Translations of the ancient Titan language that we can hear when the challenge starts or when the world is illuminated. Bundle dried fennel branches lightly and let it fully soak in all of, as how a handy torch is made. Grow the chance. This is like... Feels like there's something enigmatic behind it, right? The enigma. Sorry. Example, Dragon Slayer inevitably becomes Evil Dragon, the Torchbearer inevitably becomes Ashes. Well, how should I put it? Right, gives off an energy that's a little gloomy and deep, but extremely poetic. Anyway, they're all precious information extracted and translated from the treasures bestowed upon us by the Golden Scapegoat. I firmly believe that they're of unusual significance. Look at the first stanza. Fire and light are the incarnation of that sin. Is this referring to the great Chrysos heirs? Maybe their plan to save the world will somehow cause irreversible damage to the world. We must bear it no matter what? Are they hurting because of it, but are unable to explain anything to us mortals? Also, in the second stanza, after all, I know nothing of the butchering blade. Source of the information seems to believe that an unseen power from a mysterious domain is threatening the world. What could it be? Oh, the last line in the fourth stanza. God wishes to see the world, and so darkness, light, came into being. Scholar was unable to precisely interpret the meaning of the Titan word here, and it contains 2 opposing interpretations. What does that mean? That one, how does darkness exist if there's no such thing as light? It's both of them. Contrast exists. Could it be in ancient Titan language, light and darkness, oh, and also time, are represented by the same word? Scholar and I couldn't come up with an explanation that withstood scrutiny. The only way for us to answer it is to record more such whispers from the different challenges. That might also bring about more questions. What a conspiracy. Is that a conspiracy? Trying to conquer the Golden Scapegoat too, right? Can't possibly think there are no surprising secrets within. Why don't I add you to our secret discussion group on the teleslate? Once you overcome more of the Golden Scapegoats, the Scholar will be able to send her newer translations to the group. Much safer compared to meeting up in person frequently. Why can't we be more open about it? Like to, but the Scholar specifically warned me that the research might be linked to the underlying rules of the world. We shouldn't talk about it openly before we make concrete discoveries. Anyway, people might start suspecting us if we stay here any longer. Let's talk on teleslate next time. Don't mention this conversation when I see you in Cavalier Plaza. Avilius quickly disappears. Mute all members. Enough with the flattery. Wait until we accumulate, right? Alright, distant era creatura. Dawn of creation, the world was brand new. Back then, many things had no names, and people relied solely on pointing. Sheep were not necessarily sheep, and humans were not necessarily human. That time, there may not have even been fire. People ate raw flesh, and in their brutality, might even have resorted to cannibalism. Later, a hero or a heroine stole the core flame from the Titans, who had no such intention to give fire. Thus, those who feared fire became sheep, and those who did not became man. This hero remembered that, in the past, there was no difference between humans and sheep. So they wore a sheep mask ever after, as a punishment for creating a divide between shepherd and sheep, even though they brought civilization to humanity. Nightmares deep in the night, he or she has become darkness, endlessly pursuing and hunting themselves. Surprisingly profound, don't you think? This is a fascinating story. 8 goat heads by now. Just completed 3 new sections of analysis on my end, so I'm slower than you. I'll catch up soon. Actually, the recent goat heads contain more than one segment to be deciphered. Here you go. Like Tide first appeared in the world, people were deeply terrified. They had been shepherds for so long they had forgotten they too could be hunted and slaughtered like sheep. The end of the era Chrysia, humanity faced an unprecedented, all-encompassing defeat. The old heroes had died, while new heroes had yet to be born. Everything was in disarray, and all hope seemed lost. The once thriving civilization now cast a vast shadow. Those with ambition could only chew on an ashen, bitter fate with decaying, cavity-ridden teeth. 12 goat heads already? 3 sections. See, it's from an even earlier batch. Neither human nor titans can exist independently of the world itself. The past imprints itself upon the future, acting as both the foundation and the constraint of all things. As these constraints multiply, humans grow further and further from the titans they were once close to. Eventually, forgetting the past, unaware that both sides could be subject to a higher destiny. Thought I said density. We interpret it this way, and the roles of shepherd and sheep could apply to any of us. It could even be one and the same, just as hinted in the opening passage. Akuma, be it her people or the city herself, is that it is as if all have become accustomed to the immersion of indolence and leisure. Like more golden bones. I'll have to find another scapegoat somewhere. But I don't know where to look, honestly. I think there's another quest over here. Let's go see what this is about. It's Titankin of Negador? What are they doing here? Paris. I don't know any Paris. Don't hurt me or Heracles. Heracles, Paris. Stay back, foul remnant of the Mad King. You are not permitted any further. Kill. The baseballer's here. Who are you? This place is dangerous. Get out of here at once. Wait, I think he's the hero that hunted down the Mad King with the Chrysosairs. What? Perfect. Fucking help. You can count on me. I love beating the shit out of people for no genuine reason. But when I get a reason, it's all the better. I choose you, Mem.
Turn up the volume.
Better hedge your bets.
What's wrong? Never seen perfection. The door to a whole new world.
Ow.
Curiosity. Endless riddles. But the answer is nothing but a void. You've just got to expand your thinking. Raise barriers of the unknown and watch them crumble.
Turn to stone and fall to pieces. In us. Titan curse. Nameless curses. Fuck you. Faced with an unstoppable power, the injured Titankin turns and flees, slipping into the Evernight Vale outside the city. Its staggering and broken form is so pathetic that you lose all urge to chase it down for a victorious counterattack. Please simply watch as her shadow disappears into the border where the light vanishes altogether. In fact, the Lance of Fury underlings would be so cowardly as to flee in defeat. Pathetic. Thank you for saving us, hero. Not have made it out of here alive without you. What do you think, Mem? Ever since the fall of the savage god,
This Titankin has been roaming the surrounding area, attacking guards and passing trade caravans. This time it was Iason, leader of the Argo caravan, who fell victim.
That's right, fortunately you and Captain Camilla took action in time.
Camilla is... I don't know what to do with that name.
If I were sent to meet Thanatos, no one would be left to support the city's merchants or dromuses. It's okay, Heracles. Though I've been spared my life, she did get away with my little treasure.
I knew this mission wouldn't just end like that.
No mere ordinary object is a divine object of Menestia. The golden thread of rebirth that she weaved herself. Must have heard the story? During the Era Creatura, Menestia wove together the love of the world in their own cocoon to create silk as a gift to Circes.
I've heard this part, yeah.
Lady Aglaia sent me on an assignment to retrieve the miracles of the Titans. Worked myself to the bone to purchase this object from a group of nomadic thieves. Now it's been snatched from my hands by the enemy right before I arrive back at the city. Such a shame.
Iason drops his head with a sigh, his face painted with regret. Seems he's stuck between the sadness of having lost the precious item and the guilt of disappointing Aglaia. However, you sense his gaze darting between the ground surface and your body.
What a shame. Bye. Wait, Hero. Oh god. Truly extremely precious, you'll have to help me. Count as a favor to Lady Aglaia.
Just say that next time.
This is wonderful. Thank you, Hero. Thank you, Hero. No, people were like...
Okay. And they don't say anything, they're just looking back. It's like, dude, if you want it, fucking ask. I ain't gonna do it for free. You have to ask. Your payment is asking me. The shame you feel from asking is what you have to give up to get this.
I was traveling and selling my wares. I heard word from the refugees that the Titankin were gathering in Castrum Kremnos under the Black Tide. Only a hero such as yourself knows where they are. Hero, as the Black Tide outside the city is perilous, we mere citizens can offer you no assistance. All we can do is ask you to take great caution.
Treasure hunt! Partner, let's go on a treasure hunt! Yeah! Teleportation, soul chaser pass. Hey, what's up? After their ferocious battle with you, the Titankin from before seem to have lost their previous murderous intent. It's at this moment that you realize just how ancient its Stonecast body is. It's just as old and derelict as the walls of Castrum Kremnos under the curtain at night. Paris. Who is this Paris? Golden thread. Paris. Who was stolen. Huh? You saying this belongs to you? You did say you got it from thieves. It's Paris. Looks like she won't hand over the treasure unless I find this Paris person. Where could he be? You went to Acadia. Alright, off we go. To Acadia to find... Bucks Acadia?
We didn't unlock that teleport anchor.
Paris. Tenkin's voice is growing even weaker. Seems she no longer has the mental capacity to answer your questions, only to silently repeat that stranger's name to herself. Well, now we're stuck. We don't know this person or this place.
Clockwork activate.
Clockwork? What is that? I can't do that. When we go back to her past, maybe we can find some clues. Yay, time travel. This statue lady's memory is too blurry. Need to find other fragments of it. We want to see into her past. Partner, let's go to Memorial Market, collect some memories related to Paris and Arcadia.
And give it a look. Real quick. Hell's this? Crateros. 3 guesses where this is going. You're really going to leave Castrum Kremnos? Kremnos is prospering, and King Euripon places great importance on you. Just the title of King's Aegis is enough to win the admiration of thousands. Ignis! You only know me by my titles of Champion Warrior and King's Aegis. What you do not know is that I bear another equally glorious title. That is the title of King's Mentor granted to me by Queen Gorgo. Okay, I'm thinking the name's actually a coincidence. I'm gonna stop doing that. Don't understand what you're saying. There's a sprout like you, hunted alongside Gorgo. My own eyes. He does have the beard, though. I think that's him. My own eyes, I saw her kill a lion with her bare hands. Jesus. Back then, Gorgo was not yet queen, merely a ferocious but kind warrior. Treated every child in the tribe as her own. Was also fortunate enough to receive her tutelage and learn skills that I would not have claimed victory in the Kremnos festival without. Day I became a watcher, Gorgo looked me in the eyes exactly as she did back then. In her eyes, I was still her dear old friend. Queen Gorgo entrusted her child, Mighty Mouse, to me. Vowed under the light of Nikador that I would protect the Prince of Kremnos with my life. However, King Euripon has been bewitched by traitors and wishes his own flesh and blood dead. When Queen Gorgo doubled over and cried out in agony, I did not dare make a move. I hung my head and stilled my tongue. Queen Gorgo challenged King Euripon to gladiator combat to protect Mighty Mouse. Unfortunately, she was defeated and had her throat slit by his blade. Jesus Christ. When I examined her body, I found symptoms of poisoning. She fell to an evil plot. I failed Queen Gorgo. Now I hear that Castrum Kremnos has a detachment army roaming outside the city. Rumor has it that their leader is one that defied death. Praetoros. I'm going to find that lone army. I believe Mighty Mouse has returned. Wow. That's cool. This guy who taught Mighty Mouse how to fight and stuff, like he was his instructor, is like, nope, I don't give a fuck what the king says. I have reason to believe the king killed his own wife. Because he was a dick.
Where to
Foreigners
now?
here meet all kinds of people every day. The most knowledgeable about the area. We should ask some of them. Hello, Demetria.
Hello, young lady. Are you here to buy fruits? They're all in fresh from the garden, and they're fresh as can be.
Can I ask you something?
Questions? No one's come to me seeking enlightenment since I left the Garden of Wisdom. Please ask away.
You know, have you heard of Arcadia? By any chance?
Arcadia, is that a fruit? Sorry, young one, I don't sell Arcadia here. You can find some seeds. I can ask my friend in the Garden of Wisdom to plant some, then you can come and buy some next year.
You know, Paris? Anyone by that name?
Paris? Never heard that name before. Certainly doesn't live in Alkema. People from all over this holy city have frequented my store, and I remember the name of every customer. Looks like she didn't have anything useful to offer. Go ask another store owner.
Yeah, worth checking, though. Let's listen in, though. Hecate.
Don't worry, I'll be there as soon as I can. Great, good kid. Thank you very much. You can blame everything on me for being so useless. I'll just be a burden once we leave the city.
Please don't say that, Auntie Demetria. You just hold on, I'll be right back. This must be for a quest. I'm wrong?
It's you there, youngster. Sorry, I have something urgent on today, so I'm not opening up for a while.
Are you an esteemed guest from the Outlands? Heard about you. Someone who can use the power of Oryx to observe the past.
You betcha.
You know, Mem does the hard part of that, but yeah, I can do that. Hire you for something? It's an easy job. Accompany me around town, use your powers to investigate a few things. We can haggle about compensation.
Come on, I should be the one giving payment. Would you be willing to consider our assignment?
Give me some of the details first.
My daughter, Persephone,
Alright.
left town about 6 months ago with her husband, Hades.
I understand what's going on now. I get it. I know exactly where this is going.
And an expedition team, and they've yet to return. Based on reports from other members of the team, just as they were all about to head back, she and Hades said they wanted to go back for more samples. Split off from the team for just a moment, but didn't make it back to the meeting spot at the agreed time. Worried something had happened to them, the other team members frantically searched the area, but were unluckily met with monsters under the Black Tide, which forced them to flee for the time being. They went back many times later, and I've been looking for them everywhere too, but then just yesterday I had this dream where they were arguing in a makeshift camp they'd rigged together. Might be where they disappeared to back then. It had been revelation sent to me by Oryx. When she heard about this, Auntie Demetria asked a few more adventurers to go find them, and really did find a makeshift camp jury-rigged together just like in the dream with nobody in it. I asked Hecate to check in on things for me. No matter what, I just need a resolution for myself.
And a step aside for the galactic baseballer. I'm as good as two where it counts.
I don't understand what you're saying, but I believe you're in agreement. I think you're agreed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please be careful out there. Come back safely. I'll be waiting. Pleasure teaming up with you. Need to prepare a few things before we go, so let's meet up at the camp. Yeah, I got a few things to take care of here first anyways. Disjointed memories. Praise Circes, may you assist the people of this holy city in understanding the charm of my works. Ah, customer. Just praying to Circes to gift intelligence to my fellow citizens. There a book you're after? Can I ask you something? Of course, imparting knowledge is the very mission entrusted to my family by Circes. I share any knowledge I have. You know anyone named Paris? Paris. Never heard that name. Hey! Tisiphona, I believe I'd say, rummages for some time among slates and scrolls. Seems the most inconvenient thing about working with slates and scrolls, there's no front cover to help identify them quickly. Yeah. Check poems, mythology, plays, ventures, no mention of this person. I won't be able to help you. Heard of Arcadia. Arcadia, dear customer, I see you must be a most experienced reader. Arcadia is a common setting people love to use in ancient adventure stories. Golden land under the protection of Menestia. A paradise for poets, artists, and those in search of romance. The main characters in these stories would meet their true love here and receive Menestia's blessing. This is all recorded in the classic work, Secret of the Golden Carpet. Speaking of the Secret of the Golden Carpet, that story of a prince eloping with the princess of an enemy state is truly a masterpiece. Tisiphona begins to endlessly talk about the story to you. You don't get back to the matter at hand, she may end up recounting the entire epic. How does one get to Acadia? As for its location, every story says something different. Some say it's at the center of Amphorios, some say it's in the ocean depths of Phagosa, some even say it's on the back of a flock of butterflies, floating high in the sky. Crazy. Which is true. I have no idea, they're all stories after all. Didn't realize Arcadia was such an amazing place. Although descriptions and stories probably still aren't enough. We still know nothing about Paris. Go find someone else to ask. Well, we learned a little something about it. I know that those who revere Menestia are fond of the so-called golden thread dress, but weaving clothing out of malleable gold not only makes it very expensive, also makes it very hard for the wearers to move in. Yeah, gold is heavy as shit. I don't know if you know this. Gold is so fucking heavy. Not be better to use dyed silk or cotton? Everyone says Menestia's silk is made of gold. Using dyed silk would just be a forgery, wouldn't it? Compared to the creations of the Titans, dyed threads and metal threads are all merely works that imitate the work of the gods. Do not think that obsessing over the quality of an imitation and ruining the clothes' intended beauty is a sign of disrespect to romance itself. See. Thank you for your guidance, knowledgeable Aglaia. These fuckers. And blocked reported. Sorry. Thank you for your guidance, knowledgeable Aglaia. Oh, customer. Dear customer, are you here for an item of clothing to suit your physique? Could it be an answer to a question that you seek? I can be here for two things. Oh, you saw right through me. No, you're a lady of great learning, Aglaia. Certain you know about what we seek. You know Paris. Ask the hard one first. There's indeed no citizen of Alchema by this name. Imagine they're a member of the garrison. Know where they are right now, Miss Aglaia? It has been decades since I last heard that name. I was away from the holy city for a time, and upon my return to Alchema, they were no longer here. Decades? He's still alive? Cannot say for certain. Duration of life is hard to predict in this world. Perhaps there exists some method to escape Thanatos' touch, or perhaps there is a land that death itself cannot reach. Would Arcadia happen to fit that description? I feel like you of all people would know. Now that is a name that stirs memories. Long time ago, this name spread through the streets and alleys of Alchema. Perhaps people said that it was an ideal city that was protected by the chrysalis of gold. The era of strife, people flocked to it. You know how to find this place, Aglaia? My apologies, I do not. Much like clothing, legends are often things that come and go with the times. Arcadia is already a story of the past. Many disciples of Amnestia don't even know this name. Yeah, I've noticed. Could be the case, according to one story, that in the war-torn world savaged by the Black Tide, a flock of butterflies carried that city to a place that no one could see. Lady Aglaia, Lady Aglaia! What's wrong, soldier?
The Asin has returned with supplies but refused to enter the city. Says he's waiting for someone. Chance he failed in the task you gave him. But I trouble you to come and see him yourself. Yeah, that's...
Dear customer, it seems we must leave our conversation here for now. Hope you find the answers you seek soon. I bid you farewell. These descriptions, along with the statue lady's memories, should be enough for us to return to the past. So let's go and find the statue lady.
Yep, she's on the ground now.
Arcadia.
The time they were gone, it seems the Titankin has become even more desperate than before. You can sense from her voice that her vitality is slowly fading. Did she take consumables?
I don't even know where her mouth would be. All we can do for now is try to understand what she wants and help her meet the person she longs for. Let's go, partner. Let's find out where this Paris guy and this Arcadia place are.
Mem waves her hand and opens a door to the past.
Gotta go back in time.
Opening memory. The former Castrum Kremnos after a defeat in battle. This is the river mouth irrigated by strife. It is not raindrops that flow from this river, but the blood of enemies that dampens the field of unceasing wars. I was born in the city of Nikador, castle that floats below the Evernight Vale. The people here know nothing of mountains or oceans. Their mountains are piles of burning ash that litter the battlefield, and their oceans are a sea of blood that flows from their enemies. That's right, that is exactly the kind of place that Castrum Kremnos is. My father, you can call a creator father, was Nikador himself, bringer of strife. My siblings used to tell me of a prophecy that Nikador had told their ancestors. Valorous death before glorious return. Only offering your life to the battlefield and becoming a sacrifice to strife is a fate worthy of pride. There is no pride in victory, and defeat is an even more disgraceful act that tarnishes Kremnos. God told their ancestors the filth of Kremnos must be washed clean in blood. Who is the loser who returned from the battlefield in shame? Who is the fly that accidentally flew into the mead of fresh blood? Who is the dirt on Kremnos that must be washed in the river of blood? Who has failed the duty of Nikador of strife? It is you, a Titankin that they created themselves. Your bloodlines are as noble as a gladiator's, raising their weapon high in victory. Your mission is as noble as the priest that pierces the belly and viscera of offerings. Yet you have failed your destiny. You were defeated in your ambush of the Akama army and returned vanquished. You have failed as an instrument of strife. You bring guilt on the citizens of Kremnos. Your broken body is capable of battle no more. The glory of Kremnos will smash your body that bears such shame and allow the hands of death to purify this stain on Kremnos. Children of Nikador, take your humiliated sister to the prison and have her await her fated punishment alongside her fellow coward. She makes no sound and she feels no pain. She knows she is the one to blame. Yeah, this is very clearly based on actual Greek plays. They've even got the chorus here as a character. The chorus is a character. The narrator is a person in the story, always. Or actually, it's a group of people who function as a single person, really. It's a little weird by today's standards, but it's a thing. I remember watching, like, an actual, like, attempted accurate recreation of the Oedipus play. It is very interesting to watch. You're like, Oedipus. As broken arrows are cast in rebirth, the fallen soldiers return to the earth. These are but the rules of fate. From the depths of the memory comes the clash of shackles. The past in the statue lady's memory. Where is she? Brother, do you know why we must imprison our own kind alongside enemy soldiers? I don't want to sit and answer your brainless questions. Obviously, it's because she was defeated in battle. It's more shameful than an enemy soldier that battled victoriously. That mean, brother? If we are defeated in battle, we will suffer the spear of Castrum Crimnos too? What are you so worried about? We're backline forces. The front line is always going to be the scapegoat. Wait, someone's listening. I'm here to see someone. Intruder! Brother, we have to stop them! Wait, something not quite right about them. Yeah, I'm from the future. You figured it out. Nothing I or you do will matter or change anything. Perhaps they carry the blood of Nikador. Kyrie, philosopher, keenly senses the aura of strength emanating from your body. No idea that their god will be slain by you in the future. Yeah. Have you seen Sense? I don't think we're in over our heads. Why don't we just pretend we never saw them? That not make us deserters? Fool, if we're defeated, we'll end up locked up anyway. It's more, no one can unlock the prison gates without some form of divine power anyway. Let's get out of here. Hey, yeah, and if we fight him, he's either gonna kill us, or we're gonna lose, and we might as well die.
What's obstructing the entrance?
Statue of the Strife Titankin presses against the cell door. Smash it! Unleash 1,000,000 horsepower worth of Trailblaze power. You swing your ball bat and strike the statue's head with all your might. It is indestructible. Not even a dent appears in its toughness bar. Shit.
You're hopeless. Our soldiers here rely on the divinity within the shrine to function. Seems none of the statues storing divinity are activated. Swords they're holding should be the medium for transmitting divinity. See what happens when these big guys stick their swords in.
Now we're doing this again. Alright then. Ornyx's prayer.
The treasure is mine.
Is that all?
You never take me alive.
Sword here is back in place. Okay. That one's fine. Don't gots to fucks with it. Hang on a sec. Let's see how indestructible it really is. Alright, fine. It's pretty indestructible.
Boo doo boo doo doo. Ba doo 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 boo doo doo boo doo doo boo doo.
Can't be used in current state.
Dang it.
Divine statue activated. One side.
World conquest, here I come.
Did you get up there, little guy? Jesus! That works. First things first, I'm the realist.
Let me see, maybe I need a fist to get that nymph there. Engage. Aha! Wheresoever my master sword points, that is where my heart rests. What can stop such a mighty king? And I don't think the master I serve wields a sword? I can't quite remember. Treasure. Down you go. Ooh, more treasure. It's mine. It's mine. The treasure is mine.
Great.
Oh, it's
More
star-studded skirt. Ah, orange. Neat.
They'll say the Castrum Krymnos is a rough and boorish land. I see that's not the case. Not only they bring a friend for us prisoners of war, this friend happens to be a beautiful young girl. I'm not a friend. I'm merely a failure that must swim the river of souls alongside you. I was unable to send your entire army to its depths. Nor am I a young girl. My armor was simply cast in the shape of a girl. Great Nestia, this statue combines the fine physique of a woman with the finesse of sculpture. We got Pygmalion with us, I see. Unyielding and tenacious beauty is reflected in your face. Ask me, you're the most beautiful girl in this city. Sharp-tongued thieves, scoundrels, and failed bandits should not seek to insult a warrior of Castrum Krymnos with their wild ravings. So many nicknames for me, miss. I prefer you call me by my name, Paris. His lines are pretty cringy. Wait, who said that? Sorry, I'm not supposed to be here for this. What? Someone has broken in. You do not wear the armor of a Castrum Krymnos soldier. Who are you? I'm here to watch the show. By friend, by show, you don't mean the performance of our execution, do you? No. It'd be a terrible display. At least me and I'll take you to a real show in the Holy City. You dishonorable coward. If you wish to escape, do it alone. What? You battled so much that your brain got knocked silly? You have a brain in there, that is. You not heard they plan to make us sacrifices, dice our bodies, and cast them into soul-melting golden blood to quell the rage of Nikador? So what? As a creation of Nikador, defeat is the greatest blasphemy against my father. It is only natural that I should cast my body into the waves of death to apologize for my failure. You serious? They're the type to be appeased by seeing others diced and cast into a pot. Would that not make them the titan of cooking? Lance of Fury skewers, Krymnos famous hot pot, Nikador raw pickles. Krymnos famous hot pot.
Actually sounds good.
You dare insult Nikador within the walls of Castrum Krymnos. Guards, there's an intruder. Yeah, they ain't coming. Up. Yeah, no, they ain't. Paris smashed his gauntlet against the Furiae Archer's helmet, causing the already injured Titankin to pass out immediately. Cannot decline opportunity to live granted to us by fate. Just as we cannot escape a failure fated by destiny. My friend, this stone statue is by no means light. I'll need you to help me lift her. Maybe, okay, so maybe I am time traveling, but it's bootstrap time travel. Where there is no original timeline. Actually managed to lift the statue lady. Got big trouble. Sacrifices to Nikador have escaped. Well, one of them's escaped, the other one's currently being kidnapped. Is that possible? Prison gates cannot be opened from inside. That Titankin can't walk anymore, so they can't have gone far. Shameless cowards, useless failures. In the name of Nikador, I will not allow you to step 1 foot outside Castrum Krymnos. Ah, crap, oh crap. My friend, what do we do? Still trying to escape? I see. It's only when a sacrifice's limbs have all been sliced off clean that these cowards will finally accept their fate. That's pushing the family-friendly rating a bit too far. That's the spirit. That is not the tongue of a mere citizen. Take them out for us, hero. Up right there. Outlanders that plundered the sacrifices to our lord, you will begin some seasonings in my father's honey brew. Oh, so they are brewing. Anyway, I'm gonna beat the shit out of all of you.
That's wrong. Never seen perfection. You've just got to expand your thinking. Nani? Curiosity. Endless riddles. But the answer is nothing but a void.
Isn't my partner amazing? You can say it. Wait, where'd they go?
Talk about bailing.
This Paris guy knows nothing about loyalty. Still didn't get to ask him anything about Arcadia. Forget it. Memory fragrance is floating towards Akuma. Let's continue following the memory.
The first memory. The former Akuma City Gate after a victorious wall.
O warrior who stole my life back from the hand of shadow, when will you return from the tides wrought by strife?
Elder Oenon. Oenone, your wisdom is the stream that cleanses Dawn Cloud. You mustn't allow a speck of dust from outside the great city to infect the clarity of this pool.
Captain, do not mock me. If it were not for the soldier who is yet to return, this pool would have long since been engulfed by the black tide.
But the soldiers who fought off the enemy have already returned triumphant. That Paris that you wait for has not yet returned, which means his fate is likely one of misfortune.
Is Paris a player? If that is so, how can I bring myself to return to Dawncloud and live my days in peace? If he fell on the sands of the battlefield, I shall resign my post as the Elder, spend the rest of my days before the city walls in remembrance of him.
This obsession of yours. I cannot tell if you are crushed under the weights of Talanton, or bound by the golden thread of Menestia.
You... Captain, go and see who that is that approaches the city gate. It's Paris, my savior. Praised be the three titans of fate.
Lady Oenone, you are as ravishing as the day I met you. Captain Philok, your face is as overcast as ever. I see every victory cannot rid you of the melancholy in your heart. Paris, what the fuck is this? I see even Thanatos grew weary of your incessant ramblings and cast you out from the River of Souls themselves. This guy's funny. I see death itself thought you were fucking annoying. Wait, did you bring with you a spoil of war as an offering to Akuma? No, she is an escapee of the Lance of Fury that deserves our mercy. Please, you must offer her shelter. Shelter? Preposterous. You know how many of our kind have died at the hands of these Titankin? Do you know how many of us have died at the hands of humans? Do you see how stupid that line of thinking is?
Wait, Captain. The Throne of Worlds accepts all. Do not allow your hatred to blind you to the dawn above. By my name is the Elder, I will vouch for her. Bring her into the city.
Elder, you must reconsider.
Thank you, Elder Oenone. Your kindness broadens even the heart of Kefali and crowns this holy city with even greater nobility. No need to thank me, Paris. If you had not saved my thread of fate from being cut off by the black tide, this kindness would have already been lost. Do you see? The person and subordinate whom you protect has marched into the city hand in hand with the enemy. Your fathers and brothers could have just lost their lives to those very hands a few days ago. We soldiers risk our lives fighting to protect the elders, yet they are tempted by lust and throw open the doors to our enemies. That's right. With the interference of the golden thread, even Talanton the scale becomes tilted and direction from Yanis loses its way. From the depths of the memory comes the vibrant bustle of the marketplace. Paris must have already taken the statue lady in the city. Should she be able to receive treatment, though? Okay. Search for Paris and the Fury Eye Archer. Yeah, no, that would work. Surely not, Grand Craftsman. Are you saying you cannot repair her?
Can. Materials have not. Earth stones, golden blood of strife, seeds of reason. Nothing there is.
What are all those things derived from the Titans? Oh, how they rejoice at the suffering of mortals. Just give up. not further sully what little honor I have remaining. Let me give myself to my destiny in the underworld. Miss, your strength is fading. Do not waste it on pessimism. You think of a way. Frank Houseman, what is this? Calculation tablet, divine object, Ornyx as it is. Unravel prophecy, change time and space. Hard it is. It's not that hard. I know this. This is Yanisopoulos' astrologer's favorite toy. Be able to repair the holes in her body? Understand you do not. Use it you cannot. In the city as vast as Akuma, are you sure we can find no one that can make this thing spin? Calculation tablet, national champion, ready for battle. My savior from before. Never expected you would defeat the Titankin. I mean, I just knew you'd make it out alive. I just knew you'd make it out alive. Yeah, they were not a threat to me. Come again? They weren't a threat to me. Alright, not underestimating you again. Do you understand this thing? I must ask you for help once more. If you're not, Paris will not let your efforts be in vain again. They will be greatly appreciated. Can't help but feel like this guy is shady. Alright, let's help him for the statue lady's sake. Some of this, and some of this, and some of this. Woo! My savior, you are truly amazing. After all my years in Akuma, I cannot fathom that I knew not of a hero as both wise and strong as you. Live a few more centuries and you'll see. Why? Why are you trying to save me? Paradoxes! You'll have something I need one day. I knew you had ulterior motives. And what of you, soldier by the name of Paris? Divine Declaration of Menesti Estates. One must not turn a blind eye as beauty dies. You understand what I mean, don't you, beautiful girl? You are exhausting. However, I have another reason. Your words and actions displease me. You chose not to fight back even in the face of an unfair execution. Not even put up a struggle. Saved your life to prove to you, destiny is something that can be defeated. Foolishness. Okay, well, as we are in Akuma, a browse of Marmorial Market would be far more entertaining than sitting around calling me foolish all day. I'll take you. Wonder if we're ever gonna do this and maybe see one of the Chrysos heirs back in time, and then in the present they'll be like, oh, that's why I trusted you so easily. Because I already met you. Weird. Hey, Granny Medanella, how's business? Heavens, young Paris. You're alive. I was all prepared to give offerings to Thanatos for your safe passage. Oh, then I thank you for your kindness. Seeing as I've returned alive, how about giving these offerings to me instead? Ah, fine, take them. Oh, don't mind me seeing things. Is that a Nikador Titankin behind you? Fear not, Granny. She's a guest of Akuma. I see. Welcome to Akuma, dear guest. You do not fear me? Here in the land of Akuma, we are under the protection of Kefali. There is nothing to fear here. Never left this city in my life, so all I know of Castrum Kremnos is what I've heard. Like how you live only to fight and do not farm the land. Imagine the only fruit you've ever tasted is what you've pillaged. You are in Akuma now. Let me treat you to a feast. Do you care for an apple? Maybe a Mediterranean fig? I don't need it. Must not refuse her generosity. Granny Medanella is normally extremely stingy. My race is built only for battle. We have no organs with which to feed. Ah, such a pity. Then, how do you sustain yourselves? Like, how? We are bathed in the golden blood of Nikador. We need no external objects to sustain ourselves. We feed only on strife. Hello to this. Get a load of this guy. Spending their days drowning in their sacramental wine while never giving their children mouths to sample the flavors of the world. Young Paris, when you finally defeat the Mad King, let us seal his mouth shut too. Huh. Coward like him would run for the hills when faced with Nikador. That's right, I'd have to run. If I die on the battlefield, I'll never get my chance to go to Arcadia. Arcadia? There it is, Arcadia! You're still obsessed with that idea. Need you to sit you down for a good talking to. Well, since our guests cannot partake of fruits, we'll take a look around another store.
Kalpa at the bookstore. Pray Circes may grant my descendants wisdom that their writings never grow cheap. Oh, Kalpa, praying again. Paris, you're alive! Thank heavens, I saved the new secret of the golden carpet here for you. Just a second. What is that you brought with you? Hey, this is a guest of Akuma, don't be so rude. Oh, I apologize. Only ever read of the Titankin of Strife and Battle reports and stories, I got a little startled. So, this secret of the golden carpet you mentioned, does it say anything about Arcadia in it?
There it is again, Arcadia.
Please don't leave us hanging this time. Does not. Imagine writer have moved on to other interests. Has. And the. Nowadays, people want to read about the heroes of Chrysos Air doing battle with the monsters of the Black Tide. Kind of utopian storylines has grown old now. This kind of utopian storylines. No one proof-checked this line, this whole thing. They have no taste. Wait, I meant to ask, what is this Arcadia? You know, reading Castrum Chronos? Arcadia is a wonderful wonderland woven by Menestia. One of their gifts to Circes. Save one of the bindings of the golden thread. The lance of fury cannot pierce it, and the hand of shadow cannot touch it. Huh. Sounds like no more than a story created by those that fear strife and death. No, Arcadia definitely exists, because I hold in my hand a golden thread of rebirth from Arcadia itself. Paris produces a spindle from his robes, around which a number of golden threads glisten in the dawn light. Oh, I never expected you to reveal your treasure to others? Golden thread of rebirth. I once rescued a princess as she fled from the Black Tide. As her thanks, she gifted me this national treasure. Every day I can hear it whispering to me, calling me to go to a distant land, calling me to slay them all, slay them all, slay them all. I don't listen to the last part, though. One day I will find this place. I'll escape the endless strife and ever-looming death, enjoy an eternal romance with the one I love. Ah, who is this one you love? Surely it's not Lady Oenone, the one that gifted you this treasure.
Ooh, gossip.
Don't joke like that. If I had not saved her life, I would not even have the right to speak with her now. Rather than the elder that already enjoys the love of thousands, I'm more suited to another type of traveling companion. One that has never felt love before. Hint, hint. One that has never understood the true meaning of romance. Hint, hint. Having said these words, Paris turns to the Fury Eye Archer with obvious admiration in his eyes. Hint, hint. Be she an enemy or an outsider. Hint. I hope that I can become her romantic companion. I can wind that perfect golden thread around her body and finally break the cold fate she once faced. Such a pointless and shallow topic. Continue indulging in your delusions as you please. I have more interest in the armor in that store over there. Wait, that's not armor, those are dresses. Ah, that girl. My savior, could you keep an eye on her? Please do not allow the guards to mistake her for an enemy and reduce her to rubble. Yeah, I want to avoid a paradox. What's a paradox? You don't need to worry. Paris, I get you teasing the city gals with that sweet talk. Really say those things to someone like that? You descendants of Circes are far too narrow-minded. In the eyes of romance, all should be seen as equal. She's not still collecting those things here, is she?
Shh, it's a familiar scent nearby.
City of Akuma. There's so many butterflies here. They're nymphs, they're Titankin like yourself. Ah, Aglaya. Don't look at me too hard.
It's Aglaya from the past. She seems no different to how she is today.
Probably because she's a Chrysos heir, probably because of Menestia's power. I'll have to ask her for her skincare routine.
How unusual. Soldier of the Lance of Fury browsing the Memorial Market is a rare sight indeed. Welcome to the Eternal City, guest from Krumnos.
Thank you.
You said that these butterflies are Titankin. Which Titan are they descended from? Well, when it comes to butterflies, they are naturally descendants of Menestia. Legend has it that Menestia longed for the love of Circes, but their love was unrequited. They died with a sense of deep regret. Feeling great pity, Thanatos cast those that had lost their lives to love into a cocoon of romance and allowed them to be reborn as golden butterflies. These were the resulting Titankin. They now work hard for the love of their beloved god. They trace the trail of romance and collect love to heal Circes for Menestia's sake. People here praise Menestia for their unconditional love. Turns out she is no more than a foolish deity caught in a one-sided infatuation. That is because if you look at romance through the eyes of reason, it is an existence that one cannot explain. You ask me, immersing oneself in a fantasy and forcing that onto another person is no more than acting out a self-produced tragedy. Such a selfish romance is no more than strife that one suffers alone. Perhaps you are right. Many of the things that bring romance to our lives are in fact so unremarkable they are almost crude. However, this is something that those who have fallen in love struggle to realize for themselves. They see a swamp as a sweet spring and rough twine as a golden thread. But, like parasites, the larvae of romance dwell in the hearts of all. We know not when they will metamorphose into butterflies and change our perception from clarity to bedazzlement. This is the blessing that Menestia grants to all, though it may also be a curse.
Almost the parting hour, girl, come on!
Is that your friend calling you? Farewell. I pray the golden thread will not hinder your footsteps.
What do you think? Isn't life in the Holy City much happier than the life of a constant fighting of Castrum Krumnos?
It is, but I feel pity for the happiness that you feel. The strife of the outside world prepares to break through your city walls, yet your citizens are immersed in a false sense of peace. You enjoy this tranquility without any shame at all. Compared to the bloodthirsty lions bred by the Lance of Fury, you are no more than a flock of sheep coddled by the love of Kefali.
It is this right to enjoy tranquility that brings the people of Akama together. Pride of lions has already abandoned you. Why not wrap yourself in the wool of a sheep and enjoy the happiness of a flock for yourself? I'll take your silence as tacit consent. My savior, I will bid you farewell. Must go and find a bed that can sleep a Titankin. Hold on, I have a question real quick before you go. Oh, please tell me, savior. Tell you all that I know. Where on earth is Arcadia? How would I know? If I knew that, I wouldn't linger 1 second longer in Akama. Oh. My entire life till this moment, wrong tell, has been no more than making preparations for a journey I've yet to begin. Join the army to earn money, gather information, next, must find someone willing to travel by my side. Once my preparations are complete, I'll make sure I repay you for this kindness, believe me.
Still don't know where Arcadia is. Paris really make it there in the future?
No, I'm thinking that line, if he's gonna be gone at one point, and she's just going to have guessed the only possible reason he would leave is because he found Arcadia and decided to go. But I'm guessing it's gonna be something less pleasant.
Memory scent is growing more and more unusual. We need to go into a more recent past to see.
The second memory. Within the old Akama, a soldier is lost in the flow of time. Perhaps the lack of battle meant I also felt the flow of time less acutely. My days in Akama have flown by like an arrow. The people of the city have accepted me, and the soldiers that once abducted me became my companions. They constantly affronted me with something that I could not properly describe. Something that I had never felt in my hometown, a type of kindness. However, in the face of these emotions, I felt my stone body becoming more and more hollow, as if the warmth of this kindness was evaporating my golden blood of strife away. The idle born for war had fled the battlefield, their fate deviates from course. When the ship's trajectory is no longer followed, its passengers' souls become lost in remorse. When I fight on the battlefield, I need not beg for the willow sprig of Circes, nor drive away the flying insects of Menestia. My worries find solace in the blood and sand, and the call of the horn guides me forward. But in this holy city, the spring water of Marmorial Palace has washed clean all the blood and sand. The song of dawn cloud silences the horns. Standing under a clear sky, I instead find that I can see nothing at all. Girl, where are you? She still doesn't have a name? Finally found you. Palace's month of joy celebration is so lively, but why are you hiding here alone? I have never attended a ritual like this and do not understand your customs. I fear that my presence would ruin your enjoyment. Oh, great chalice of plenty. Most important thing during the festival of Fagosa is to not observe any etiquette. Come, even if you don't have the tongue to savor honey mead with me, you can listen to the songs of celebration and laughter with me.
Very well. I shall allow an unbridled man such as yourself to show me the joy of indulgence. If the noise that you bring me can fill this void, I would not resist sinking into the bottomless cup.
Ah, nameless creation. You once raised high your bow of fury and marched on step by step, launching arrows deep into your enemies' chests. Oh, the glory you gained, all of it now in vain.
From the depths of the memory emerge the sounds of a lively party. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the party.
Praise Fagosa! Alright, are they having a party?
This place is so busy.
Look at him dancing.
You're such a great dancer, Paris.
No matter how great I dance, there's one that you have all seen before. However, we have a rare guest here today that may be able to show us a new dance like no other. Miss, come, dance with me.
Me?
Come on, it's not difficult, just move your body to the rhythm.
Don't be shy, let's see the dance of Castrum Krumnos.
Hey now, you're not still so attached to your past you cannot come to the honor of a dance, are you?
It says outraged, but that's clearly very playful.
Fine, I'll try. Not bad at all. They didn't want to animate it.
You call that dancing?
Wait, girl, look out! Ooh, shit. Oh no, that's not good.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to...
Sound of the statue shattering to the ground brought the entire atmosphere to dead silence. Laughter faded, the bubbling of whispers began.
This carved from the sacred rock of Georios. She smashed it like it was nothing. That's right, I was just standing next to her. She'd fallen on me, I'd have been sent straight to Thanatos, would I not?
Here, this thing is created only for war. Might have even killed our kin. Why should we allow something like that to come to our celebration? Essentially the comment section of the universe. Hey, what are you saying? Everyone, do not insult our guest. This Titankin, this lady is a guest of Akuma. Do not bring your prejudices into this city of acceptance.
Captain, the bodies of Titankin and mortals are not the same. It's allowing her to frolic here freely, not endangering the lives of the citizens?
You have a point. You hear that, Paris? You should not have brought her here. Alright, we'll go. Not like there's nowhere else in Marmorial Palace for us to enjoy ourselves. Hold on. She's one of us now. She must obey our laws. Marmorial Palace is a gift to us from Fagosa, the precious property of Akuma. According to law, the garrison must detain any criminal that damages this place and take them to the court for sentencing. Surely it's not that serious. Don't forget, she's a guest of Elder Oenoni. Are you saying that as a guest of the Elder, she's above the checks and balances of Talanton? Right, you think an outsider being above the laws of our holy city is justifiable? That's right. Take her for sentencing. Judge her for this damage to Akuma alongside the past offenses she's committed against our people. You see the will of the people? Not use your personal affairs to interfere with the justice of this land any longer. Is unless you could restore the damaged item to its previous glory. Use the unmatched power of the Titans to find a way. Who the fuck is that?
Hey, we can fix it with Ornyx's power.
Savior? It's been a while. I had no idea you were at the celebration too. It's okay. Just, she's gonna remember this part, just not the other parts. What do you mean? Don't worry about it. Stranger, do not allow your drunken revelry to speak nonsense for you. How would you possibly restore these fragments? Zero can enter Castrum Krumnos as they please and wield the divine power of Ornyx. They would never deceive you. My savior, quickly, show them your talents. Yeah, no, it's easy. Watch this. There. Now, you said you want to arrest her for breaking something. What'd she break? Because I don't see anything broken here. Good as new. Let's fight no more. We would not want to cause a scene in front of our guest. Power of Ornyx. Very well. As a capable hero has stepped in to help, I'll take this matter no further. I would ask you still to leave this place for the safety of our citizens. You're more suited to dancing on the battlefield than at a banquet.
You just gotta be more careful of your surroundings, girl.
Captain, how could you say such things?
No, he is right. As an envoy of strife and your former enemy, I should not be here to disturb your celebrations. Farewell.
I mean, people were having fun, just... There's a real danger. She's very strong and has difficulty controlling. Miss, wait. Paris, you wait right there. Ever since that Titankin came to Akuma, you've grown even more undisciplined. not forget that you are also a member of the Holy City's garrison. Come a day when you'll have to fight to the death against her kind to protect Akuma. Cannot help but wonder. You're on the battlefield now. Could you swing your blade at something with her face?
What is he saying? Surely Paris and that Titankin aren't...
Always heard that guy was a playboy, so he's into that stuff too.
I don't know. This day I've never had the courage to face Titankin enemies.
What I do know is that this Titankin is no longer our enemy. You should not use your words as weapons against her. Oh, chrysalis of gold, weave your silk over the eyes of my fellow no longer. Someone as blind as him hope to face the approaching strife. Hey! Elders and the soldiers no longer hold the safety of the city's people most dear. They prioritize their useless sentiments.
I don't know, this place stays pretty safe for...
fucking a while. I'll continue this way. How could we hope to fight against the impending threat? We supposed to beg Mnestia and their threads to protect us from their weapons?
You don't have to beg. Mnestia's already doing that, man.
Xavier, do you see where the Titankin girl went?
Only so far she can go in this scene.
I guess you're right. I doubt she left Memorial Palace. Sure, the captain's words just now really hurt her. Xavier, please help me find her. Imagine she must be near the market.
She's probably up there. That's not the way to get up there, though. It's via this direction. Furet Archer sits alone, staring at Kefali in the distance. Their carved stone face shows no emotion at all. Can I help you?
Paris is looking for you.
Ah, he just doesn't give up. I am indeed thinking about what that captain said, but I am not sad. I'm thinking about whether what he said is true. Humans are different to us. Kefali has bestowed you with infinite possibilities. Your bodies can be used for any kind of work. You can worship any Titan you choose, and you can do whatever it is you please. We Titankin are not the same. My body is created for strife. I cannot taste food, dance with man, or create future generations.
I mean, I guess the first and last one you can't, but you definitely can dance. You just gotta be real careful. You know, be way more careful.
If it were not for Circe's power overflowing into the world, I would not even have the right to thought or language. Perhaps I should return to the battlefield. That is the only way that I can truly know who I am. A warrior that does not even have a name, that is my fate.
Girl, how is it that you are still speaking of fate? The chains of fate were truly unbreakable. You would have long since been reduced to gravel and cast from Kromnos.
Paris.
What is there to fear about fate? Titan that bears the scales is themselves confused. Titan that pulls the curtain is blind. The Titan that guides the way is lost. No more than 3 blind mice that guide the strings of fate.
Ha! You cower on the battlefield, yet wield the courage to curse the gods of fate. I believe this courage of yours is misplaced.
Gods would never pierce my heart with their blade personally, unlike the warriors of Castrum Kromnos. What's more, they cannot find it in themselves to assist their most devoted disciples. You think they have time to address a rambling mortal like me?
This is true. To the Titans on their golden thrones, we are no more than insignificant ants.
Why not curse them with me? Don't vent your dissatisfaction with the arrogance of fate. Yes, mechanisms are boring. Talantin's scale puzzle is boring. The puppy Ornix gave me wasn't cute enough.
How am I not cute enough? Wait, I'm not a dog!
Not entirely sure what that means, but our savior is led by example. It's your turn.
If the 3 Titans could hear me, I would rather they answer the doubts in my heart than curse their existence. But they will not answer my questions. All they would do is whisper paradoxical prophecies into the ether. They're as cold as the very fate that they control. Beings that flaunt their responsibilities like that are no more than a bunch of heinous.
Whatness?
That was the language of the Titans. I'm sure they understand.
It means fuck. Specific slur against Titans. This is so cool. Teach me.
No, a mortal tongue cannot pronounce our language.
You know, don't underestimate a human's ability to learn. Halnals.
You dummy. Statue Lady seems much happier now. I'm happy for her. Looks like we still haven't found enough information on Arcadia. You take these memories forward a little more. The third memory. Long time later, within the city of Akama, the echoes of endless strife resurface once more. Listen, listen now. Listen, listen now. It comes from afar. You know this sound. It is strife. It has come. The clashing of blades sound like singing, a chorus of flesh cleaved from bone. And with strife comes death. I hear that countless warriors have died before the holy city. Their blood flows like a stream, almost summoning the river of souls to earth. Child of war, why do you turn a blind eye? Join in the battle, it matters not for what side. No, I hung up my bow long ago. Ignore the one I'm carrying. I am now an ordinary woman of Akama. Over the years, Paris taught me the tranquility and happiness to be found in human life. I learned forging under the Grand Craftsman. I crafted silver jewelry for myself and a sword for Paris. But what you wish to forge the most is a murderous weapon, a bow and arrows that can take away life. You even put in a fuller in the sword you give to Paris so it can kill better. I learned to cook from Mr. Kalpa's books, and create dishes that humans love and prepare delicious recipes for my Paris. Ooh, but you come alive the most in the moments when you're slaughtering livestock and your favorite scent is that of raw blood on the chopping block. I think Strife's madness is starting to seep into her. They said when he started going crazy, the Titankin slowly started going mad too. Even though she's not been around him, it's probably still digging into her fucking brain. I also learned how to embroider from Granny Metanella. I wove dresses for myself and tapestries for Paris. The tapestry shows the people of Akama breathing their last, with those from Castrum Kremnos wielding the bronze weapons. The countless bloody battles that Akama suffered under Nikador's rule, all because of you, have been woven to life in the tapestries forevermore. You want to fight. You want to kill. Destiny of Strife. You want to draw your arrows and shatter helmets and armor, making them bloom red flowers as heads shatter, go on to the strife and trample the weak bodies into mud that stains the white marble. Brick beneath the beautiful sounds of chopping flesh and cutting bones go toward the strife, fear, hate, crying out, mountains of bodies burning all around you, and trails and limbs of Dipians. Sacrifice go to the strife. Never fucking let me do that again. Oh god. I think I broke something doing that. Oh, I can't be doing that anymore. Ow. Note of that for later, too. I'm okay. I'm gonna be okay. It's water. I want... Child of Strife, do you wish to go to battle? No, I don't want to fight. Credit to her for fighting this long. And I believe you had become a citizen of Akama. I knew it was wrong to place any hope in you. Captain of Akama. The moment of reckoning has come for the holy city. Sabani, Arian, Alflanka. The vassal states of Akama have been reduced to scorched earth one by one. Now the Lance of Fury points its tip at the city gates. A being born for war refuses to fight to protect the city. Could it mean that you can't bear to fight with your past relatives? Oh no, that's unrelated. She's just bloodthirsty as hell and scared she'll lose herself to it. Okay, maybe you shouldn't fight then. Yeah, see? When you hear the actual reason, you agree with me. Or if you don't dare face the might of your creator, maybe there's someone in this city that you cannot leave. That one too. Whatever the reason, I must tell you, that man that you cannot bear to part with is about to step onto the battlefield. What? Military orders have been released. As a young man that is fit to fight, he has a duty to protect the sacred city, even if it costs his life. This is his fate, and he should be proud of it. Listen, hear the sound of wailing from the front of the city gate. Wives call for their husbands and their elderly mothers, while others scream for their children. Just hear how they suffer. And you You bow before the throne of Kefali with your stone face. Your emotionless expression has almost a smile in its place. Go to the battlefield if I'm with Paris, maybe. From the depths of the memory arises a sorrow lament. Memory tastes weird. What's Paris doing there? Oh, Menestia, please grant me a romantic miracle. What's wrong? Oh, my savior. It's been far too long. You always appear when I need you most. Yeah, I wonder why. Though... yeah, no, she wouldn't know about this part, so I suppose this really is time travel. Cannot help but feel that fate is always watching out for me. Kind of in a weird cyclical way. Sure you're aware that Akuma is in grave danger. Forces of Castrum Kremnos have made it to the city gate. Now we have to mobilize the guards of the city garrison to battle. The enemy forces are attacking with the revelation of Nikador. Fear any soldier that faces them will meet a grim fate, but I don't want to die. Am I desert your duty again? My savior, it's not that I do not love the city that raised me, it's just that I have a dream that I have not yet completed. I have still not seen Arcadia. I don't want to enter the River of Souls without ever having laid eyes on it. Let them say what they will about me. Traitor, deserter, coward, my duty, my responsibility, and my mission. I will happily abandon them all. I must reach that place. I've already prepared my bags for my escape, but before I go, someone that I hope will accompany me. You know who that is, right? The Titankin, right? I want to leave with her. Even if we die on our path, we can fly into the hands of Thanatos together on the wings of romance, and become butterflies and fly to that place together. Savior, this love of mine has always relied on your assistance. In my heart, you are like an embodiment of Menestia herself. Ooh, don't say that to Aglaya, Actually, would that bother her? Eh, whatever. I confess my love and wishes to her. Please bear witness and give me your blessings and strength. This is the last favor I will ask of you. I'll be here with my popcorn. Thank you, Savior. I'll go now. Pray you could bring me good fortune once more. Okay, she hasn't gone to the battlefield yet. I can tell her silhouette from a mile fucking away. Paris, I hear you are planning on going to go to the battlefield. Is that true? Okay, she came to ask him first. Ah, so you already knew. I did. I've already made my decision. Wonderful, then let's run away. Run away together, fight together, side by side. Aww. Oh? What? Fight side by side? I don't know, are you joking? I'll die on the battlefield. I will protect you. I will abandon Castrum Kremnos and Nikador and give all my power to Akuma. Use it as you please. I'll become your greatest ally and share the weight of your duty and mission. Let us guard. That's enough, girl. Duty, mission? I don't care about those things. Castrum Kremnos and Akuma can disappear into the River of Souls with them for all I care. Girl, you're the only person I care about in this entire city. No one else matters. Will you go with me? I hesitate no more. Let us go in search of Arcadia. We can escape strife and death and live a life of eternal romance. We can continue crafting jewelry, cooking delicious meals, and weaving beautiful tapestries. New life that you discovered in Akuma, you can continue it there. We're never meant to be allies in battle. A relationship is something more important, something more romantic. Alright then, let's go. Felicitations! My Akuma dream has finally come true. Paris pulled out the spindle from his chest pocket and wrapped a section of the thread around the ring on his finger. He hesitated for a second, then proceeded to hand his most precious golden thread to the Titankin before him. Come girl, hold this. It's long enough to stretch outside the city. It's too obvious that we make our move together. You use the chaos of the attack to slip out of the city first. Half an hour, I'll follow the golden thread to find you. Following the golden thread to locate the person you're fated for. Just like the fable of Menestia. Don't you think it's romantic? Yes, it is. Isn't it? Leave quickly while the hour of curtain fall is still with us, and most people are still sleeping. I'll come and find you soon. Romance. I will never understand it. Oh, felicitations, my savior! This all went so smoothly thanks to you bearing witness. That seemed a little off to me. She's always been the shy type, you know this.
My savior, you don't wish to fight to the death with Nicanor here either, do you? Now come with us, so we can look after each other along the way.
You're going to Arcadia now, right? Let's go with them.
So can you see Mem, or do I just look insane to you? Who's Mem? Alright, that answers my question. She's still in the city. She gotten lost? Captain Owen and Owen are there too. Something isn't right. Girl, what is the meaning of this?
Paris, help us.
Can't be. Did you do this to Captain? Paris. Paris, what are you saying? This Titankin is... It's a trick! This isn't her! This is a different Titankin, though it's a little fucking telling you couldn't figure that out right away, my guy.
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music. Conquer us
Don't
all.
worry, I have the power of rocking the fuck out to stop them. I choose you. I probably should have chosen for... no.
Keep up. My tempo.
Looks like I've got a winning hand. Can't lose this one.
You've just got to expand your thinking. Curiosity. Endless riddles. But the answer is nothing but a void.
Boom. Get him, Mem. Giant Mem.
Time for the main event. Turn up the volume.
Turn the volume up.
Just spend.
What's wrong? Never seen perfection. The door to a whole new world. Glimpse the unknown for a moment and let it captivate you.
Ow. Punch him up. Boom. Get his ass. Thank the heavens you're here, Savior. How'd the soldiers of Castrum Krumnos get into the city? Isn't it obvious this is all your fault? My fault? You allowed that wicked creature to step foot inside Akuma, caused the city guards to lose their vigilance around Titankin. Now she's joined the team outside the gates to attack Akuma. This is the creature that you saved. See how your kindness is repaid with vengeance and betrayal. Girl, how could... made a promise.
Captain, we can settle blame later. Your wounds are severe. Please save your words.
I must say this before Thanatos descends. I curse you two vile bastards. You and your romance, your love. It is us that have sustained it with our blood and sacrifice, and now I have to pay with my life to protect you blind fools. I curse you. To never gain Yanis's guidance, to never gain Ornyx's guidance, to face stern judgment at the hands of Talanton. May you never lay eyes on your god-forsaken Restia.
Captain collapses in a pool of fresh blood. His chest, once heaving with rage, now still.
Even if they're used to this one, these two look nothing fucking like her.
Captain? Captain? Elder, he's been taken by the hand of Shadow. Was this our fault? Is this only happening because we allowed the Titankin of Strife to enter the city?
Calm down. Oh no, that's not true. This is all Fate's fault. That's... fate that caused us to show kindness and mercy to the wrong person. It was fate that brought this dire ending on the captain. You haven't actually fucking checked if she betrayed them yet, jackass.
How are we supposed to cast judgment on fate? The Titan that presides over judgment also sits atop its throne.
Elder Oenony. Sorry, cannot take part in this judgment. I must go. Someone is waiting for me outside the city.
You're going to desert us? You're going to flee with that Titankin that's attacking our city as we speak? Paris, you must not allow yourself to be bewitched by this bringer of calamity any longer. I've already allowed you to make one mistake. I can't allow you to continue. But if you side with her, you will forever bear her sins. You'll become a villain, hated by the people of Akuma for eternity. But furthermore, the garrison guards will all place the death of Phelok on both of your heads. They may even bring you back to Akuma and see that you receive the most brutal of judgment. But
But if I don't have her, who else will help me escape my terrifying duties and responsibilities? Who will believe my stories and go in search of Arcadia with me?
Me. Paris, my hero, I am here for you. Why would you give the golden thread to a vile, evil creature like that and not return it to its original owner? With my influence, you could be spared from the battlefield and kept away from the nightmares of strife. Let us escape to Dawncloud and spend our days in peace under the protection of Kefali. Then, when the black tide falls and strife has been defeated, we can ride in our grand carriage as nobles and go in search of our city of romance.
Arcadia.
That's right, Arcadia. The golden thread is my witness. It is a land known to the people of my hometown. I can help you find it.
Please go and look for the statue, lady.
You're saying that Paris should run out onto the battlefield and risk his life among those insane Titankin to look for her?
Savior, I think Oenone is right. I cannot take this risk, dude. What if she really betrayed me?
What if she didn't?
I think that's the far more important question. I, a normal man, am I not as frail as an ant before the Titankin? I cannot die, I cannot die. Exactly. Phylark would not lie to me. Wouldn't he? That girl, that Fury Archer's battle instincts must have been awakened by her kin. She must have chosen to return to the forces of Castrum Kremnos. She has betrayed me. Fall in love with a woman from a rival city and abandon everything as I flee. This is the kind of romance I read in my stories, and that's how I became obsessed.
Paris, make a decision quickly. The guards are coming. I cannot help clear the name of a soldier who attempts desertion.
I cannot bear the blame of betrayal. Oenone, my lady, come and aid me.
Fear not, Paris. I will keep you away from that bringer of catastrophe and help you find the land of your dreams. Forget that liar, okay?
Thank you, Oenone. Thank you for saving me.
Surrounded by the sounds of the fighting outside the city, the two embrace as if wrapped in an unseeable cocoon. They stand beside the corpse of the captain, his eyes open past the precipice of death. Smiles on their faces are forced as fear devours any joy in their eyes. Though their faces are beautiful, there is something distorted about this image. Partner, memory here is starting to fade. Statue Lady doesn't know what happens after this, so we cannot investigate any further.
However, what this does mean is that everything that happened here, she knew it was coming. Receding memory. God. On the outskirts of Akuma, the soldiers wander in doomed madness. Listen, listen now. Listen quick, listen. There is a familiar voice in your soul. It is strife. Strife has come. The golden blood you were gifted begins to stew, and the fated desire boils up within you. Will you respond to the call of your soul and throw your body into the strife? Or will you hold on to this golden thread and escape into the distance ahead? I don't know. Both of these paths are my fate. One is my strife and the other is his romance. But the roar of your instincts deafens you on the battlefield, so you still opt to fire the arrow of strife that you wield. Your first prey is your very own kin. On the Kremnos army's front line, he gives you a salute, yet you shoot through his heart. Your second prey is your own family. He climbs the walls under the cover of night to feast on the dead, so you take your aim and shatter his head. Number 3, number 4, number 5, you ceaselessly hunt your own kin without stopping for rest, yet your bow never aimed at any citizen of Akuma. So Phylark either was just a fucking idiot, or he lied. It is the thin golden thread that still guides my hand. It will not allow my arrowheads to pierce that fragile romance. You wait and help the garrison of Akuma fight off a whole wave of assault, but the man you would travel with never comes. You wish to return to the city, but the garrison guards greet you as an enemy. As your body is covered in wounds dealt by both the army of the Holy City and that of Kremnos, you search for the kin that missed his appointment in a battlefield bereft of kin. Paris. That girl, the Fury Archer's battle instinct must have been awakened by her kin. Yeah, that's why she killed so many of them. How did no one notice that? She must have been chosen to return to the forces of Castrum Kremnos. She has betrayed me. That's right, you are a traitor. You betrayed Castrum Kremnos and your family. Then you set to abandon the holy city that saved you. You are exactly the traitor they made you.
Fear not, Paris, I will protect you. I will keep you away from that bringer of catastrophe and help you find the land of your dreams.
That's right, you bring calamity and you've caused Akuma to fall. The city was kind to you, but you brought strife on them all. Let me cut this golden thread on my arm. I cannot have the traitor following us. Now the thread is cut. Your hands will never again hold silver trinkets, kitchenware, or tapestries. All that remains are sorrow and weaponry. Now there are no more choices open for me. Only one path of fate remains. Go to the strife. From that moment on, I've been into a long dream. In my dream, I am malnourished. I'm a malnourished, starving lion. I cannot think about anything but hunting for food. So I hunt, devour, and kill endlessly. I feel the biological sense of hunger for the first time, so I swallow silver jewelry, cooking stoves, unfinished tapestries. Until I see the ring with the broken thread around it once more, and I come to my senses in the wastelands under the black tide. The man wearing the ring lies on the ground as my arrows guide the hand of Thanatos to claim his soul. The woman who traveled with him abandoned him. Their extravagant carriage, decked with flowers, sped away from his corpse without ever turning back. To this day, I still do not understand what this romance is that he spoke of. The divine works in mysterious ways, and they care not for what a mortal man prays. An expectation is impossible for one to make real. When we know not where we're going, our path is revealed. This is how it ends. Jesus Christ. As the lingering echoes of the memory fade, you return to the smoke-filled streets of Castrum Kremnos. You've never found Arcadia, and Paris will never return, yet the nameless Titankin still lies before you, murmuring.
This story ended differently to how I imagined.
I kinda got the feeling. Paris. The Titankin's speech grows weaker. You bring your ear closer, hoping to hear her final words. Arcadia, Arcadia. Where could it be? Titankin of Strife utters nothing more. She falls completely still, as if she'd become a real statue.
Partner, her memory, it's disappeared.
Having lost her life, the Titankin's body is no different from a pile of rubble. You know that before long, the blood-stained winds of Castrum Kremnos will whip up the surrounding gravel and reduce it to dust, carrying it far into the distance. Perhaps the land that this dust will be carried to is the true Arcadia? Does Circes know that place? Will Menestio await them there? You do not know. All that you can hear is the echoing war drums of Nikador.
Statue Lady, your memory, we'll never forget it.
She's dead. No, perhaps death doesn't even exist for her. She's merely returned to an eternal slumber, a place untouched by romance or conflict.
It's still early. Where to now?
Lady Aglaia, please wait a moment. The hero from afar has already set forth. Ah, they've returned already. Hero, did you recover the treasure? I hope you'll keep it safe, Lady Aglaia.
Thank you for your hard work, dear guest. I've never expected that this task would have fallen to you.
Aglaia takes the offering from your hand and closes her eyes as she feels across every golden thread on the spindle.
Captain Iasen, I have unfortunate news.
What is it?
Seeing the look in our dear guest's eyes just now, I fear this object may carry some special meaning. Could be that this object was considered extremely precious to someone before. However, if you are to judge it through the eyes of reason, it has neither divinity nor value. It is no more than a simple and unremarkable dyed thread.
Oh my god. Though it speaks not to another one's ear, I can hear it loud and clear. Beauty is in the beholder's eyes, and only those that believe in it will see it shine.
She became a butterfly. The threads of romance in the golden cocoon, a mystery known to only those attuned. So nothing was real. Or, well, no, actually, Aglaya would have no reason to lie about that. No, even the golden thread that elder gave him, it wasn't even real. How fitting. Fake thread for their fake romance that they both gave up. That at least he gave up something real to be a part of. He was a coward to the end. And because of his cowardice, he didn't even try to find out if it was the truth, and it wasn't. And anyone with half a sense would have been able to see it was the truth. What the hell was Phelock talking about? And also, there's no... You can't blame her for that shit of the guards, because she doesn't look like the other kind of Strife Titankin. But I think that's gonna have to do it for this one. I don't think I'm gonna do more stuff on screen for this update. I'll wait till next update to do more streams. For now, I'm gonna stop the recording for YouTube here. As always, thank you so much for coming if you came. If you didn't come, you don't get a thank you. Bye bye, YouTube.